It is baseball time in Chicago and on YouTube. I'm glad you are here. Chicago White Sox beat us yesterday. The Yankees swept us before that. We are live right now. My volume is too high. Let me turn this down. In Chicago, we need to get a win. Texas Rangers Twitter going freaking insane. I got to be honest, I am too. Sam Haggerty already in the box, already 1-2 count. I was sending a message to a potential guest for today's show, and it got away from me, and I missed the first two pitches of the game. But here we are, Sam Haggerty leading off 265 average on the year. Wilson throwing for the White Sox. He was not expected to be the leadoff or the starting pitcher. Leadoff single for Sam Haggerty right there. 2-2 pitch, broken bat, single into right field. I like that start very much. 15 people here, 2 on YouTube, 13 on X, nobody on Twitch yet. Again, may or may not, probably will have a special guest today. Somebody who does content around one of the AL West teams, not the Texas Rangers. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll happen sometime today. I think it will. Runner goes. Haggerty trying to get a steal, and he beats it. Hallelujah. Safe at second. Nobody out. First inning. Man on second. Josh Smith up to bat. Who's this? The Texas Rangers? I don't know. Tell you what, it is freezing in Chicago, but it looks like a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm feeling it already. I am, again, a little behind in chat today. We'll get there shortly. There's just all kinds of stuff happening as soon as we go live. Josh Smith takes a fastball up, 2-0. Who am I? I'm Jeff Bates, at Jeff Bates on X, at Texas Clubhouse on Twitch, at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube. Please subscribe. Actually lost a subscriber yesterday. Went down. Probably because I told people they're idiots on X. It's going to happen. I'm not for everybody. But anyway, so usually the goal is to get 2 or 3 subscriptions in a game stream. I'm going to hope to get 6 today. I don't think that's happening, but that's what I'll be hoping for. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I've got 20 of you here already. 18 on X. Please head over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel at Texas Clubhouse. Excuse me, change up down and away. Josh Smith has a 3-1 count. He's hitting 274 on the young season. I say that on purpose because the season is still young. Memorial Day is not even here yet. But he is slumping big time right now. Fastball down the middle. We got a man on second, nobody out. 3-2 pitch to Josh Smith. After Josh Smith's AB, we will catch up in chat. I will say hello to everybody who's here. I think we got 2 people in chat right now. And we will get caught up there. Smitty takes a pitch and smashes it in the gap. Robert will not get there. That's going to score a run, 1-0 with nobody out in the top of the first for the Rangers. Smith is going to get extra bases. That is what I am talking about. Base hit, stolen base, double, nobody out, top of first. Let's freaking go. Josh Smith puts us on the board, 1-0. Look it. I'm going to say it right now. That's it. I'm done. It's over. They're over it. We're the Rangers again. What has happened before is no more. This is it right here. Haggerty, base hit, single, Smitty double. It's not going to end here. We're going to roll, and we're going to win the freaking AOS. Somebody clip that right freaking now. Wyatt Langford, fastball up and in. Nobody out. Run in, man on second. Kevin popped in early with the smiley face. What's going on, Kevin? Tough poll, says TLC. TLC, a member of the channel. Thanks for being here, buddy. Pitch up and into Langford. Looks like he's going there on purpose to me. Must be a scouting report. Tough poll for me. I'd have to say Simeon only because he's had a longer positive track record. Garcia has been a long-term successful slugger. Hasn't been. I don't know Berger enough to have opinion. Okay, that's fair. TLC is responding to the poll, which should be at the top of the chat if you're on YouTube watching. Get to the YouTube chat section and vote in the poll. Pop up F6, 1 out. Still 1-0. Still man on second. Again, TLC, member of the channel, further says, read a post on another fan forum that's simply pretty sour, aren't they? Oh, man, aren't they all? One post I read was interesting, curious if something is going on. How does this group go from World Series to complete disaster for what may be the season? We know these guys can play. We agree Bochy is good manager. So is it just the baseball gods and bad luck? I don't think so. Seems there might be a culture issue. Maybe there is some personality conflict. That's all I can think of. The likelihood of 10 guys under a slump. That's all I can say. So if you're looking for a clubhouse that's a mess, it's the Padres. There has been reporting that they're fighting. There was a fight in the, was it Friday, Thursday, Wednesday? I don't know. In the clubhouse, and whoever was mad was saying that it was the leadership's issue. Leadership is Tatis and Machado. That happens every freaking year in San Diego. Both Tatis and Machado are putzes. I don't know about that in Texas. I've read nothing. Pickoff play. He's not even covering. I've read nothing about that. I suspect nothing about that. I mean, there's not a lot of hotheads on the roster that I can see. Simeon and Seager are both pretty stoic guys. Josh Young, probably one of the leaders in the clubhouse. Fun, happy, young. Wyatt Langford looks to be a little fiery. I don't know really enough about his personality. Dolly, happy-go-lucky guy. That's a temper. Jonah's a fun guy, happy guy. I mean, I don't know where you I don't find any evidence for that is what I'm saying. You know, I'm not saying it's not happening. You never know. But I would feel like base hit up the middle. All right, the second baseman dives, make a diving play, turns into an infield hit, fires to third, probably saves a run there. Third baseman has now tried to deke the runner twice to get him to walk off the bag. So that's a base hit. It's an infield hit. The second baseman, did I say shortstop? The second baseman makes a play, and that saves a run, absolutely. So anyway, TLC, I'm not trying to ignore it. I feel like we got three things going on while I'm having that conversation with you. I don't think so, but you never know. Love the aggressive. Yeah, I'm calling it TLC. Absolutely, I'm leaning into that. I have eyes, and I have a brain. I guess I have some emotion, but I don't feel like I'm as emotional as everybody else. And what I see is a great lineup that is just, I think it's bad math. I think some of them are hitting the ball hard and getting unlucky. I think some of them are just swinging at bad pitches. Ryan Rowe in the house. I'm great, buddy. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Happy Memorial Day Saturday. Hope you're safe and having fun and doing whatever you want with people you want. TLC, I love you, buddy. I think that's overthinking it. I think they're just, I think the math is math. Ryan, that's fair. Cutter, strike three on Burger. That's a pretty good pitch right there. I would say that was a slider. They're having that conversation right now. They called it a cutter. Yeah, Bassick just said it. That's a slider. Hey, Joshua, what's up with you, man? How are you? Yeah, let's get a win. 1-0 good guys already. Happy Memorial Day Saturday. Hope you're having a great day, buddy. It's not my favorite style of play, the extreme flashiness of some of the Padres players. I do like the more reserved. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't care about flashy. Machado's, hole, and Tatis is too. They don't like each other. I have a bunch of friends that are San Diegans, and they hate it when I say that. But there's articles about it. Last year there was an article about it, and they were so mad about it that they didn't let the reporter back in. The clubhouse, they wouldn't talk to him. They pouted their immature, what's. Peterson, F7, that's the inning. Leave a man on first and third, unfortunately, but we'll take that first run. Josh Smith knocks in Sam Haggerty with an RBI double. I would have liked those other runs to have scored, but that is a good start right there. I accept. 43 of you here, 5 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, everybody else over on YouTube. We're going to take a quick little break here, give some love to the producers of this live stream. I'll be right back in 58 seconds. All right, I've done this twice now, and it's pretty fun to do. I like it. I will offer up a producer title to anyone who super chats for a short time. So I did it at the end of my live stream on Sunday, and offering a shout out as a producer credit to anybody for a whole week on all my live streams. So you know what? I've got 2 producers this week who helped me create this content for you, these live streams that you're watching. TLC94LS, member of the channel and super chatted me. He is a producer of every live stream this week, and so is Logan, also a member of the channel, and also somebody who dropped me a super chat to become a producer for this week. They're giving me a little love, and it helps me do what I do, and I name them producers of my live streams for the week. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, TLC. I appreciate the support so much, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Go Rangers. Thank you. And we have 2 of those already for next week. And he's up the first 5 super chats. I already have 2, so the next 3 today, and I'll do it tomorrow if I go live too. If we don't get to 5, will be part of that producer lineup for next week. So there's 3 more slots for that. The first 3 super chats today and or tomorrow, we'll get that. You don't know, Jack Leiter on the hill went into the 7th with a no-hitter last time. See how he does today. Seems like the big ego style of play may not. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I think they're a-holes. I think that's just the way it goes sometimes. I think there's plenty of evidence for that with Manny and for Fernando. Just got back from a golf tournament in D.C. now. Nice. Good for you. There you go, Kurum. What's going on? Yeah, Ryan, TLC is a producer. And that just means they supported me and my channel, and I'm giving them some love, and I appreciate it so much. All right, first pitch from Jack, strike 1, Maydroth. Playing shortstop. Led off yesterday, leading up today, hitting 309 on the year. Did he have a couple hits yesterday? Had the 1. In Chicago, they have the Hooters advertisement behind the plate. I find that interesting because A, you usually see that on minor league parks, and B, didn't Hooters just go bankrupt? I don't know. I feel like they just did. Maybe I'm misremembering that. What do I know? Yeah, Kurum, I'll take that first run, baby. I am too. He's been good this year. He's great last time. Yeah, yep. Looks good to me. 1-2 pitch. Slider away, taken 2-2. Feels better already. 1-0 right off the bat. Before we see Jack Leiter throw a pitch, we get a run. That's kind of nice. Who knew you could score a run? Thanks to people here on a Memorial Day Saturday. I appreciate you guys stopping in. 6 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 43 on X. What's going on, everybody? Two pitch lifted into the outfield. Doley looks like he's going to make the play, and he does. F9. 6 pitches, 1 out. Here comes Talkman, who's hitting at 385 now. There you go, Joshua. I love that. Love it. They support the stream and keep us doing what we do. It does cost money to do this. It does. You know, the cameras and the mics and all this stuff. So that's no joke. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate you saying that to him. Talkman hitting 385. Leiter through that sinker up at 94. Talkman, formerly of the Yankees. I think that's right. Joshua, TLC, Kurum, Ryan, how's your Memorial Day? What you guys doing? Doing anything fun? We're doing the grandma-grandpa thing. I got 2 grandkids downstairs right now. After yesterday's live stream, we went and did some movies. Wow. Jack missed on that one, just a little bit. Curveball. Basically went into closer to the stands than the strike zone. Two 1 pitch. Talking ground ball does stay fair to Berger. He takes it to the bag. 2 outs. Former Dodger Miguel Vargas hitting 230 on the air. He will be the 3rd hitter for the White Sox in their lineup and in the 1st inning. ESPN is ESPN is reporting that Corey Seager's rehab is going well, and he could, what did it say? Recover or return next week? Is that what that said? Could make his return next week. I know. One of them, who was it? Kane, maybe. One of them, maybe Stevenson. One of them posted out a picture of of Corey Seager taking batting practice this morning on the field there in Chicago. Live BP. Miggy Vargas smashes one down the line. It's going to be a double for the White Sox. Smash down the line and left. Two bagger, 2 outs, man in square position. They'll bring up Benintendi. TLC, I was supposed to be at an 11 under tournament in Norman. Yeah, that's right. You said that. I remember that. Oh, I'm sorry. Too much rain. Oh, that stinks. I'm glad you're here, though. It has been raining a lot. I'll tell you, our grass is green and it's wet. It's wet. It's wet. It's wet. Yeah, middle. Yep. Yeah, we didn't get a lot. They expected to have some yesterday, but if we got any, it was after I went to bed. I didn't see anything or hear anything for that matter. They said it was going to be rocking and rolling. And it's going to be beautiful today and tomorrow. I mean, hot, but beautiful. And then Monday, we're supposed to get some rain again here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Owen pitched to Benintendi, man on second, 2 outs, 1-0. Good guys. Pops it up, and that will be the inning. F6, that's it. Good guys 1, White Sox nothing. We'll be back shortly for the top of the second. Hey, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Please do. All right, I have a favor to ask. Thank you for being here. I have something I want from you, though. I want you to subscribe to the channel. Now, if you've already done it, thank you. But if you haven't, if you're new here, or you just haven't taken the time to hit the subscribe button, please do. I share this almost every stream, and I'll share with you right now. How do I decide if it was a successful stream? It's not super chats. It's not having 100 people in the stream at one time. It's did I add a subscriber or 2 or 3? That's really what I want to do. And frankly, last night as I videoed this, we actually lost one yesterday. It is what it is. You never know why people unsubscribe or why people subscribe. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. I'm asking you. If you already have and you want to help me out with that too, you can always share out the stream and let people know they can subscribe to the channel. But mostly I just want you here. If you're here and you're enjoying what's going on, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Helps my channel grow, helps us grow this little community of ours, the Clubhouse Crew. 1-0. Good guys. White Sox did not score in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 Rangers. Just getting here. Leadoff single by Haggerty. Second hitter doubled in a run. Had first and third with nobody out. Couldn't get anybody more in. 50 beautiful people here on a Memorial Day weekend. 45 on X, 4 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Randy, what's going on? Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. Feel like some new player we picked up this year has got the chemistry of the clubhouse out of whack. Bochy is too good of a coach for this to be happening. I think they're just not hitting. I think they were in a slump. Pass tense. You're watching the Rangers Sports Network. You can see Corey Seager taking batting practice this morning. We just talked about that. Here's video of that very thing. Did some defensive work, they're saying. So if you're not watching, I'll tell you what Laura just said. Basically, 0-2 pitch to Heim coming up. He's seen 2 different specialists to see what the heck's going on with the hamstring. The last one he did on Thursday, and they'll get those results on Monday. So we'll see. Moving forward, what's going on with this hamstring? Who knows? Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Jonah. Poor Jonah. Foul ball, strike one, Dolly. Hitting 8 tonight, or today. 211 on the year. Have you talked to those Angels guys lately? Freaking Angels on an 8-game winning streak. It might be Fernando of those Angels guys that might be coming on later. That's funny that you asked that. Let's put that on the screen. Hopefully he'll see that. Yeah, he thinks we didn't really talk about when. I said anytime between the second and the eighth inning. And he hasn't seen that last message I sent him. But yeah, it'll be Fernando from Halos in the infield. I'm going to invite more people on. I want more content creators, people who create content, baseball content, sports content, baseball content. And I want to help promote sports content creators here on YouTube. And of course, I want my channel to grow too. Right. They're on fire right now, man. Two ball, two strike counts, swing and a miss, cutter right down the middle. Two quick outs in the second. Marcus Semien should be coming up next. He's the 9-hitter now for the Rangers today and yesterday. 1-0 after a leadoff single and a double. Started off the game. Nothing good has happened after, well, we had an infield single and then nothing else after that. 2 outs, top of 2. Cutter away, Semien fouls it back, and now it's 0-2 on Marcus Semien. Seems like Marcus just got to the plate, and it's already 0-2. If we get an out on this pitch, this will be an unbelievably fast inning. Slider away, hallelujah, not a strike. Josh Awa says, crazy that even with our record so far and with how tough the schedule's been. Yeah, thank you, Joshua. So, dear Rangers Twitter and everyone else who's nuts, we're 3 out of a playoff spot, 5 out of first place, and we haven't hit a lick all year. That doesn't tell you that we're a good chance. We have a good chance to win the West. I just, people can be too dumb for me to talk to, I suppose. And maybe that sounds arrogant, but come on, people. 3 out of a playoff spot, 5 out of the AL West lead. It's the Mariners who have no good offense. And we just think it's going to be like this all year because it's been like that all year. That doesn't make any sense to me. Semien walks on 3-2 pitch, and here comes Haggerty, 1-for-1 with a run scored already. In the first inning, comes up in the second inning. On Rangers Sports Network, Bassick says he should try to steal on one of these first 2 pitches. I don't disagree. 2 outs, get to second, score on a base hit. I do not disagree. Cutter on the edge, strike 1. Yeah, Joshua, there's 100-plus games left in the season. Yeah, thank you. I believe at least one team is playing their 54th game today. That's exactly the 1/3 point. So that means there's 108 games. Every team's going to win 54. Every team's going to lose 54. It's the next 54 that matters. All right, already 0-2. Semien hasn't gone anywhere. 0-2 pitch to Haggerty coming up. They're talking about it, and I agree. I would still steal here. I mean, still, he hasn't gone yet. He doesn't go. Fastball up would have been a good pitch to throw on. One-two pitch. Semien stays put. Cutter down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wild card point doesn't excite me if we're not winning our division this year. I just don't have much confidence in they'll do it. It is the second thing you said, not the first thing you said. No, the second thing you said, yes. Throws over on to Simeon there, and Simeon looked confused. Hey, Brian. 2 Brians for the price of 1. Oh, no, we only have the 1 right now. I voted burger because I haven't had a good... how you doing, buddy? Runner goes. Simeon is safe at second. Pitch was a ball. And now we got man on second. 3-2 count on Haggerty. Brian, old buddy of mine, what's going on? Hope you're having a nice Memorial Day weekend, Saturday afternoon. What's new in Brian land, buddy? 3-2 pitch. Cutter fouled away. Works for me, buddy. Works for me. 53 beautiful people here. 48 on X. 7 on YouTube. 1 on Twitch. Appreciate every single one of you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already at Texas Clubhouse. 1-0 good guys. Rangers scored with a single with the first batter and a double with the second batter, but now we're on the top of 2. And that's ball 4. 2 outs. First and second for our 2-hitter and our best hitter, Wyatt Langford. All right, 56 people here. 7 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 48 on X. My name is Jeff Bates, which is convenient because my X handle is at Jeff Bates on X, at Texas Clubhouse on Twitch, at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube, the Baseball Report over on Substack. I haven't been writing on there much. I should today. Maybe I will when this game ends. Got some stuff to do downstairs with the grandkids, but if they're quiet and calm, maybe I'll do a little something over there. Went to the gym today to lift things up and put them down. Good for you, dude. I got my Peloton over here. Haven't been on it yet today, but I've recently recommitted to that too. It's good to pick stuff up and put it down over and over and over again. I'm sorry, I said it was Langford up, didn't I? Josh Smith up in the 2-hole. I forgot. My fault. Pitch on the very edge there. Strike 1. Nobody out. 2 outs. First and second. Josh Smith up. 0-1 count. Easy for me to say. Smith swing and a miss. 0-2. Deuces wild. Okay, almost. 2 outs. 2 men on. 0-2 count. The 2-hitter Josh Smith up. Deuces wild. A celebration of Vin Scully. Smitty takes a fastball up. 1-2. Wilson, the surprise starter today, 48 pitches already with 2 outs in the second. And Smith will only make him pitch 49 unless it falls. Oh, and it almost does. Great catch by the shortstop. I got to be honest, I thought it was going to be an F7. Turned out to be a brilliant catch over his head by the shortstop. And we go to the bottom of the second, unfortunately leaving 2 men on in both innings, but we did score 1 run in the first. It's 1-0. Good guys. Hey, TLC's a member. You want to join him? Unless it's the first time you've ever been to my channel, you probably know that I drop a lot of videos. I try to drop one with the lineup and a pregame talk about the game, expectations, injury updates, stuff like that. Anytime there's a Ranger game, I try to do that. If life allows, I do that. Recently, I dropped a series preview, White Sox series that really turned into a state of the Rangers. How bad are we kind of video. And then I dropped a members only video today. It's about baseball cards. Now I'll make that public in a couple days, but it's just another little perk I try to make for members now and then. When it's not a time sensitive video, if I can, I try to drop it into the members only for a day or 3, sometimes a week. Anyway, you want to be a member, you can check that out. Those are the recent videos. Please go watch them. I love you being here on the live. If you didn't know, I do videos too. And I hope you'll check them out at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube. 53 people here, 4 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 48 on X. I have not, I don't believe, seen that. No, Brian, an Arnold Schwarzenegger parody? Not that I can recall, no. It was a great catch. I thought it was going to be an F7, but it almost fell in, and they made a great catch. Yeah, right, TLC. I mean, we had that big one. Doley and Marcus smashed into each other last year, and neither one of them hit a lick since. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see it for real, right? 1-0 good guys. We go to the bottom of the second. Sam Haggerty led off the game with a single. Josh Smith doubled him in. And then we've left 2 on in the first, and then we left 2 on in the second. And right there, Meadroth makes a really, really nice catch. If he doesn't do that, we score another run, and we're still rolling with 2 men on. Louis Robert Jr. first pitch swing, bounces one to Smitty, fires over to first, 1 out. 1 out in the second. Leiter cruising through 1 1/3. TLC says, to clarify my point, at this point in the season, I don't want to acquiesce. Good word usage. I'll say it again, acquiesce. To, well, we can make the wild card still. That's like selling for we're not good enough to win. Okay. I think that his point and my point for sure would be, why are people saying the season's over? I mean, other than being dumb. Other than being emotionally weak and dumb. Why is all of Rangers Twitter, okay, not all of Rangers Twitter, flipping the heck out? And I actually had a really good, I put that out on Twitter Day, had a couple conversations with a couple people, but I did have one response that really did kind of put it in perspective better for me. I forget. Sometimes they're 14-year-olds. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with 14-year-olds, but, at some point I'm having arguments about stuff, and it's a kid, and I forget it's a kid because they don't put their picture on there, right? They put a picture of, I don't know who. It ain't them, and it ain't even their name, but not that would matter. My point is, maybe I'm an idiot for arguing with people on Twitter. That's kind of my point. But those people who think, you know what I remember in 2023, in August, even in September, Rangers fans crying and whining about the season's over. We suck. We can't this. We can't that. I had a couple people say, hey, there are a bunch of Cowboys fans that are new to baseball. That might be true. That might be true. And then another guy said, come on. He's probably a kid. A lot of ground balls lately. Berger put out to pitcher, and we got another one right there. Couple 2-3 days in a row of a whole bunch of those. Berger makes a nice play. 2 outs now in the second. And so, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't care if they make the playoffs. Just get in. Like your second sentence there. That's like, get in the playoffs. Get in the dance. I think people get that way because of how good this lineup is. I think they get that way because they're stupid. I think they get that way because they love to emote. I think they get that way because feelings over facts 100% of the time for some of these nitwits. But again, they're probably 12, right? What am I doing? They're probably 12-year-olds. Oh, do find some old posts? Yeah, I could. I'm not going to, but that would be a hilarious video. I don't know why it annoys me, but it does. I mean, look at, we're going to have a guest, maybe, hopefully it'll work out, on from the Angels content creators and Halos in the infield. And look how bad they were feeling 2 weeks ago. They won 8 in a row. Look at Minnesota. They won, what did they win? 13 in a row. It's just people who emote and emote and emote. And emote and emote and feelings and feelings and emote. 3-0 pitch misses, ball 4 to face. 2 outs, bottom of second, 8-hitter. Sosa. Coming up. He had a nice day yesterday. He's a talented kid. Rangers up 1-0 early in the ballgame in beautiful downtown, freezing cold Chicago. Anybody been in Chicago? I have. Once, a couple days. Got an award in Chicago, actually. Oh my gosh, one of my best meals I've ever had in my life was in Chicago. It was like you wanted the real Chicago deep dish, and we ordered it, and they even said, okay, now it's going to be a while. Like, we ain't going anywhere. It was spectacular. It was nice. We were with the whole big group, and that was one of my favorite meals I ever had in my life. That was great. Spent a few days up there at a conference, again, where I got an award. It was fun. Didn't get to see much more of the town. Got to see Soldier Field. It wasn't during football season, though. It was empty. You know, I got to see it. Didn't see Comiskey. Did not see Wrigley. Just didn't have time to get out there to do it. Got to see the Bean. Didn't care. Didn't understand why people cared about it. Didn't even take a picture in front, which is stupid. Now, why didn't I? Because that's like the thing to do. But whatever. Yeah. I like to see him hit one out of the yard. That's what I like to see. I like him to hit a ball into the second deck. Two no count, 2 outs. Bottom of 2. Sosa has 2 S's in it. Ladder hits the corner there, but he called it a ball. Joshua says, I've been to the old White Sox stadium. Yep. I have not been, but that's cool. It was Comiskey Park, and now this is new Comiskey Park. Ball 4 there got a bad call, so that's kind of a crappy walk, but it is what it is. 2 outs, man on first and second now. Rojas, their 9-hitter, hit 156 on the year, coming up to bat. Yeah, I thought it was too, Joshua. Slider up for a strike, 0-1. Let's reset. 1-0. Good guys. 2 outs, bottom of 2, first and second. Rojas, the 9-hitter, up 59 people here live. 7 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. Everybody else on X. Appreciate y'all being here. Please subscribe to the channel. Slider in. Yeah, Kerm, let's please. Yeah. Brian says, I went to an Angels game back when the team was in California. Angels. Oh, man, Bobby Grich, Richie Jackson. I love those days. I'll keep going. Brian Downing. Loved him. Excuse me. Boy, that's a good era right there, dude. Bobby Grich, borderline Hall of Famer, if you ask me. Doug DeCinces was just on a podcast the other day. Kind of known as Oriole more than an Angel, but he was a Bob Boone, exactly. Brian Downing and Bob Boone were the 2 catchers there. And, Rod Carew, right? Let's see, who was the shortstop then? Can't find the shortstop in my head. Third base, probably DeCinces. Was Baylor there yet? Baylor out in the outfield? Yeah, Bob Boone. Bob Boone right here. That Bob Boone? Runners go foul ball, and we stay 3-2. 2 outs, first and second, 3-2 pitch to the 9-hitter. Nice. My buddy Bill, who you might know, Magic of the Mouse Radio. Big Rod Carew fan. Met him a couple times, talked to him, interviewed him, actually. Yeah, I never met him, but I've heard he was a super nice guy. Boy, what a hitter. One of the best hitters of my lifetime. Not a lot of power. Second baseman for the Twins. First baseman for the Angels. Had all the batting title records until Tony Gwynn came and swept him away. Yeah. I hear really, really good stuff about the neat man he was. Certainly was a great ball player. Full count. 2 on, 2 out. Jack Leiter trying to keep the lead here. And he does strike 3, sit him down. We're through 2 full, 1-0 good guys. That's my Rangers. Unless it's the first time you've ever been to my channel, you probably know that I drop a lot of videos. I try to drop one with the lineup and a pregame talk about the game, expectations, injury updates, stuff like that. Anytime there's a Ranger game, I try to do that. If life allows, I do that. Recently, I dropped a series preview, White Sox series that really turned into a state of the Rangers, how bad are we kind of video. And then I dropped a members-only video today. It's about baseball cards. Now, I'll make that public in a couple days, but it's just another little perk I try to make for members now and then. When it's not a time-sensitive video, if I can, I try to drop it into the members-only for a day or 3, sometimes a week. Anyway, you want to be a member, you can check that out. Those are the recent videos. Please go watch them. I love you being here on the live. If you didn't know, I do videos too. And I hope you'll check them out at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube. That was a nasty pitch to get out of the inning. Gotta love it. Let's reset. My name is Jeff at Jeff Bates on X is where you can find me. Say hi. Best way to get a hold of me is probably right there. Follow me there on X. Please subscribe on YouTube at Texas Clubhouse. Please subscribe on Twitch at Texas Clubhouse. You can subscribe over on Substack if you just haven't subscribed enough at the Batesball Report over there. Looking out my window, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hope you're having an amazing Memorial Day wherever it is you are. 1-0 in Chicago. Top of the 3rd inning. Let's check some scores around the league before the inning gets going. The Royals and the Twins are going to extra innings. It's tied at 4, top of 4 in Washington. The Nats got a 2-0 lead on the Giants in Pittsburgh, 1-1. Bottom of 3, Milwaukee in Pittsburgh. Bottom of 3 also tied 1-1, San Diego in Atlanta. Bottom of 3 in Colorado. The Yankees have a 1-0 lead after losing to the Rockies yesterday. Top of 3, Cubs are down at 2-1 in Cincinnati. After 2 innings, the Astros are up 2-1 over Seattle in Houston. Everything else starts later today. First pitch was a ball to our 3 hitter, Wyatt Langford. 1-0 good guys. Top of 3. Some guy named Wilson, who wasn't expected to start today, throws his 51st pitch here. Second pitch in the 3rd inning. Top of 3. Langford, me and TLC hoping he gets hot today. I really expect, hope, pray that the White Sox pitching will be the reason a lot of our guys get going. Langford's got a chance to do that right here. Pitch away, kind of pulls off of it, I mean to say, and fouls it away on the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two ball, 2 strike pitch to Langford, right down the middle, sinker down. Langford doesn't swing. There's where my frustration gets me. Josh Young, who walked 3 times yesterday, has been taking some strike threes. Feel like Simeon has taken too many. Wyatt Langford's taken too many. I don't know what's going on with that. Speaking of Josh Young, he's 1 for 1 today. Had that infield hit earlier today. Walked 3 times yesterday, if I have that right. I'm not looking at stats, but I believe that was the case. 1-0 pitch, sinker down the middle, 1-1. Yeah, TLC, I totally agree. I think that it looks like that for 3 or 4 of them to me. I think Simeon must not. I mean, I don't know. Just from watching it on TV, it looks to me like Langford's not seeing it well. I mean, really, you can say this about everyone but Berger and Josh Young right now. Peterson, Higgy, Heim. The list goes on and on. I mean, it's truly everybody that's not named Josh Young and Jake Berger right now. And TLC, you were saying earlier, what's going on? It's got to be something else. And somebody else in chat said the same. I don't subscribe to that at all. I think it's the randomness that is the world, the universe, baseball. That pitch was a strike, but they called it a ball. Robo umps now. I mean, I'm glad it helped my team, but didn't you just tell me, Brian? I feel like you just told me this. Josh Young ground ball to short, going to be a 6-3, 2 outs. I want to say Black Sabbath. I know that's wrong. Somebody hard rock that you like. Yeah, it's not that their umpires are unfair. They're just bad. Who was it, Brian? Remind me. I feel like it was like a Chubby Checker. No, I didn't see that one. No, that is not where I thought you were going with that. No, really? Chubby Checker. What does he sing? Is he the Happy Days guy? No. What does he do? Yeah, I'll look it up. It's going to bug me. Let's twist. Let's twist again like we did last. Yeah, there we go. On the broadcast now, they're talking about Jake Berger, who's hugely popular in Chicago. He'll be hugely popular here, too. He's going to hit hundreds of home runs for us. Soundgarden, Spoon Man. That's the inning. Berger flies out F9. We are through 2 1/3. 2 1/3. 2 1/2. 1-0. Good guys. Making sure my guest is not here. Nobody is there. Cyndi Lauper. True colors shining. I can't get there. Hey, I got a cool card. Want to see? Went to the mailbox today to pick up the mail and got a redemption from Topps. This is actually my first redemption ever. Of 75, signed Francisco Alvarez. It's pretty sweet, right? Like, I don't collect Francisco Alvarez or the Mets, but it's a nice card. I'm excited about it. It's pretty cool, right? It will be going on my Jeff's Garage sale. Look, I collect Rangers and I collect Dodgers, vintage Dodgers and anything Rangers. You got something of equal value? Yeah, we can make a trade. You want to buy it? Sure, well, I haven't put a price on it yet. I did look what they're selling it for on eBay. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Regardless, what do you got? You got a Ranger thing you want to flip my way? You got an old Dodger, vintage Dodger? I'm in on that. It's a nice card, but I don't need it. I don't want it. And that's the kind of thing that will go on Jeff's Garage sale. Check it out over on Facebook. Thanks for being here. Go buy some of my stuff. Hey, 86 and Company, member of the channel. Long time no see. How you been, buddy? Hello, everyone. I voted for Simeon. His biggest disappointment. So did I. I thought his hard work and dedication would help stave off age. I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried about Dolly and Marcus. I hope they're just slumps. Might be more than that. Cyndi Lauper, time after time. My wife, who I'm looking at down in the backyard right now, loves some Cyndi Lauper. I like her fine. I mean, not my favorite. White Stripes are awesome. Salt and pepper I can do without. Don't care about them. Soundgarden A+, White Stripes A++, +++. Bad Company, yeah, B. Cyndi Lauper, yeah, B. Salt and pepper, I don't care. Don't dislike them, but don't listen to that kind of music. What's going on, 86? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back. Okay, here's a full list. Bad Company, I like. Chubby Checker, I'm in. Joe Cocker. What do I know from Joe Cocker? I don't know. Something that would hurt my throat, so I'm glad I can't think of a name. Outcast, hey, yeah. Cyndi Lauper. Spoon, man. White Stripes, I love it. Seven Nation Army, perfect. Perfect song. Yeah, that's what he said. That's pretty cool. 86, I am doing so good. Someone should probably arrest me. How are you? Happy Memorial Day. We haven't seen you in a while. You've been hiding? Hopefully whatever you've been doing is keeping you happy. 1-0 good guys, bottom of 3. Jack Leiter gives up some smash to Meadrow. I'll tell you what, I didn't know much about this kid before yesterday and today. So far, so good. He looks pretty dang good. Meadrow base hit starts off the bottom of 3rd for the Chi Sox, who are happily not wearing red today, being, not the Red Sox. Yeah, I do too, Joshua. It's one of my favorite songs ever. I'm going to Wichita, far from this opera, forevermore. Talkman up 0 for 1 today. Has a nice fat batting average on the year so far. Leiter, 42 pitches in, nobody out. Bottom of 3. Good guys. Well, yeah, he is solid for him. I didn't know much about him. He was a name that I was kind of vaguely aware was on a team, but he's good. He looks good. He's picking it. He looks like a little guy, too. Bunch of hits. I'm in on him. Talkman lifts one to left. Looks like it's going to be an easy F7 for the first out in the 3rd inning. Meadrow goes back to first. No harm, no foul. 1 out. All right, Miguel Vargas, 1 for 1 with a double in the 1st inning, comes to bat. Man on first here could score with a double here. One pitch lifted into center. That's going to be an F8. 2 outs. Meadrow goes back to first. Vargas didn't get that one too solid. Andrew Benintendi coming up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Let's reset the show. Hey, I'm Jeff. How are you? Who are you? How'd you find us? Welcome back. Hello for the first time, whatever the case may be. Happy Memorial Day. Is Memorial Day the start of summer? Yeah, I say yes. I say yes. 5 people here from YouTube, 1 from Twitch, 53 on X. I appreciate all of you. Looking to grow the show, as they say. Hope you will consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube at Texas Clubhouse. First pitch misses. Andrew Benintendi takes it. Ball 1. Leiter slider, swing and a miss, 1-1. Oh, I just noticed I'm on my big old face. Ball's driven deep to center. It's going to be an F8, though, but he got that one. But it's an out, and we are through 3, and the good guys are still leading 1-0. I'll make sure I don't have my guests waiting in the back. I don't know. Nope, I don't see them, so I'll be back. We'll play the old membership one more time.
The absolute best thing about building a YouTube channel is the community that you get to build around that channel. If you're here, if you're watching this, you're already part of it. The Clubhouse crew, the Texas Clubhouse is the name of this channel. You're a part of the Clubhouse crew because you're watching this. People who show up to the streams, people who like to post over on X, people who show up, support the channel, and that's huge. If you want to take another step, membership. Membership gets you noticed more in chat. It gets you access to emojis. And it tells me, hey, you like what I'm doing and you want to support what I'm doing and you want me to keep doing it. So thank you so much. If you're considering it, I appreciate you. There's 4 different levels. Whatever you want to do is amazing. Even if you're even thinking about it, it's amazing. I appreciate you being part of the Clubhouse crew, even if you don't sign up to be a member. But if you do, thank you for the support. And yeah, use those emojis. The more we have in members, the more emojis I can make for you guys. So have fun with those and just thanks for being part of the crew.
And speaking of members, here's a comment from 86 and Company, member of the channel. I wonder if this is the last year Seager plays short. To help preserve his body, we move into either first or DH. So we mentioned earlier, and I'll mention it again for anybody who didn't hear it. He saw a second specialist since he was injured to look at his hamstring to figure out what the heck's going on. He should be ready to start back up next week sometime, but it's an ongoing issue. Why does he keep hurting it? And I think that is going to push him. 86 and company. I think that the time is closer than people think that he becomes a DH or a first baseman. Yeah, I do. Joshua says, hey, just showed Will Venable on the RSN broadcast. So weird seeing him managing the White Sox. It feels just like yesterday. Yeah, he's a good guy. Hey, Brian, what's going on, buddy? Hey, everyone on for a short time about to swim with the grandkids. Nice. Poll, how can anyone not rate the bullpen? It's the biggest problem. I voted for Simeon, but that's a good point. All right, speaking of disappointments, Jock Peterson. 0 for 1 today. How often have I said that? Yeah, I think so, TLC. I think DH and first base, he's a big old body. He will fight you. Like, Mark DeRosa was just saying the other day, you talk to Corey about moving to another position, third base is what they used to say he was going to go play, and he would fight you. Didn't want to hear about it. Now, we're looking at first base. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Excuse me. Jock fouls that one off. Yeah, I think so, TLC. He's not even so he's an arbitration guy here. Let me see. First year of arbitration will be this year. So we have him for 3 years under control. Arbitration year 1 is coming this year. Oh, Jock got hit on the hand, it looked like. And he drops down and he's in pain. He's looking at his hand. He's in pain. Hit the hand. Anyway, Jake Berger will be arbitration eligible. So he's ours for 3 years. I don't know if I finished my sentence. Well, if he keeps getting hurt, I agree with you, but he's a good shortstop. But if he keeps getting hurt, yeah, this doesn't look good at all. Yeah, I think it did. Man, an amazing offense in 2023 and a matching horrible bullpen this year. It feels like our bullpen is blowing north up. Yeah, I'd love to get another arm or 3. Stay in the game. Hallelujah. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting hurt by getting hit in the hand. Well, I'm glad he stayed in the game. 1-0 good guys. Jonah Heim. Wow. Jonah Heim squares to bunt. Bunts it to third base. Nobody's there. Base hit. That is smart, good baseball. I love it. Look at where they're playing him here on the replay. Nobody's freaking close. And he just bunts it over to third. Free single. That's smart right there. First and second, nobody out. Top of 4. Doley up hitting the 8th spot here. Got a couple fish ready to be fried on the base pass. Did it. Garcia pops it up. Totally agree, TLC. Yeah, we need a base hit. Stay out of the double play. Move the runners along. Fastball, cutter up, swing and a miss, 1-2. One nothing Rangers, top of 4. First and second, nobody out, 1 ball, 2 strike count to Adolis Garcia. Marcus Semien on deck. 1-2 pitch, fastball up, fouled away. All right, ground ball up the middle, makes the play, tosses to first, but moves the runners along. One out now, second and third. Ground ball up the middle could have been a double play, but just didn't work out. We got a little lucky there, I'm going to be honest. No, we got a lot lucky there. Strange play. One out, second and third now. Marcus Semien, the 9-hitter, swings and fouls this away. He walked in his first AB today. Semien looking to lift a ball the other way here. Base hit will score 2. And he does just that. Is it deep enough? I think it will be. Oh, it's foul ball. He doesn't even make the play. I got to be honest. I thought that was more in the field. Foul ball. TLC, I agree. I don't know why he didn't touch the bag there. I was watching the replay, and it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he must have just thought he couldn't get there. But it was a break for us, no doubt. Semien hits a blast deep to center. That's going to be a sac fly, and it'll score the second run of the game. 2-0, good guys. Marcus Semien, pretty good day so far. He's got a walk and a sac fly RBI. 2 outs, man on third. This inning is not over. Sam Haggerty, 1 for 1 on the day. He led off the game with a single and scored on the double, stole a base, and then scored on the double from Josh Smith. Let's reset the show. My name is Jeff Bates, at Jeff Bates on X, at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube and Twitch. 69 people here spending a little bit of their Memorial Day with us. 6 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. 63 over on X. Still got a duck on the pond. Let's score him. Exactly, TLC. Base hit will score the third run for the Rangers. 2 outs. Man on third, top of 4. 2-0. Blast deep to left. I think it's going to be an F7, and it is. That's the inning. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. I wasn't even watching very close. I was going to see if I had a guest and what ad to play. Inning was over. Let's watch the replay here. He just dropped it. He just missed it. He wasn't like Dolly, which was a horrible play yesterday. At least he was running. He might have lost it in the sun. Wow. That was ugly. I was thinking the same, TLC. I was thinking the same. Yeah, we will. Craziness, right? Hey, we need some breaks. We've been playing horrible on offense, but we've also been not getting a break. So I will take that happily. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. mean, it looked like he was definitely looking into the sun when you looked at the replay there, but he's got a glove and sunglasses. But whatever. Three and nothing, man on first, 2 outs, top of 4. Haggerty looked like he wanted to go there. How about if we earned them, but man, we are behind, right? We are, it ain't an even slate, right? That's for sure. One-two pitch sinker up and away. 3-0 Rangers, top of 4, 2 outs. Man on first. Runner goes, swings through it, safe at second. 2-2, 2 outs. Oh, catcher's interference. That's going to end the inning. We are going to have our guest in about 30 seconds. I can hit the right buttons here. 3-0. Good guys. We'll be back with a guest shortly. 1 minute and 7 seconds after this break. I'll say hello to Fernando with you.
I went to Vid Summit, not last year, but the year before. That Vid Summit, owned by Daryl Eves. He's the producer of The Chosen, and Mr. Beast. He's the producer of some of the most watched videos on YouTube. Anyway, it was amazing, and I got all these ideas and all these notes and all these. I mean, I have a couple of YouTube channels that are both monetized, and that trip was one of those reasons. Well, whatever. The most common, hey, you need to, I got out of the Vid Summit, Opus Clips. Opus Clips is amazing. It's easy. An idiot like me or brilliant people can use it. It uses AI to take the audio or the creations that you already have, that you already love, and it turns them into shorts for you. I do a little tweaking on the back end because I want to. You don't have to, but you can. It's amazing. Opus Clips. The link is below. Sign up, get it, use it. You'll grow on YouTube. You'll grow on Twitter. It's awesome. And anytime anybody uses any of my referral links for any of the products I recommend, I'll jump on a Zoom 30 minutes with you, teach you how to use it.
3-0. Good guys. That's Fernando here. You know what? Let's make it easier for them to see you. Fernando, how you been, buddy?
I've been well. How are you doing?
Doing really good. The Rangers are driving me crazy. It's unbelievable. And as I'm going through this, you guys are going on a run here. Guys, if you don't know this, Fernando from Aliens in the Infield. Halos in the Infield. Good dude. He's a local guy, too. But he's an Angels fan. I'll let him explain that to you. We'll pull the game back up, of course, once we get going here. How much fun are you having as an Angels fan right now?
Well, you know, the highs are high and the lows are low, right? That's just how baseball is. It's
That's
a game
fair.
that'll humble you quickly.
Oh,
but, you know, all that matters is enjoying it while it lasts. As of right now, the Angels are one of the hotter teams in baseball. I haven't seen a Phillies lost, but they were on a run also because besides they were the ones kind of competing with us to be the hottest team in baseball at the moment. But, you know, like I said, I mean, it's been fun to watch right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Twins went on a run there where they won like 13. The Phillies, I think, have the best record in baseball after their run. But you guys have come from, you know, the depths of the AL West. And, well, you passed us by, right? You guys are a game ahead of us, I think. And what's it been? What's going on in Anaheim there? What are, for me and for everybody in our chat, mostly Rangers fans, what the heck?
Well, I think the biggest thing is all facets of the game are working, right? I mean, very seldom in baseball is everything clicking at once, right? Normally it's, you know, the bullpen's doing just enough to keep you in the games and the offense is cold except for one guy, and that one guy is keeping you in it. So right now, everything's clicking. I think right now, over these 8 games, they're averaging about 5 to 6 runs a game.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is crazy. They're starting pitching is doing just enough. Yusei Kikuchi just got his first win of the year. And it's not because he's been pitching bad. He just hasn't gotten any offensive support. So now, because that offensive support exists, even he's joined into the fun. Taylor Ward's probably the hottest guy right now, arguably one of the most hot guys in baseball right now. And that's what's going on for the Angels right now, and that's what's clicking for him.
Yeah. Luis Robert Jr. just hit the ball off the wall there. Jack Leiter left probably a slider, maybe a cutter up off the wall, and they are in business, they being the White Sox. Robert, one of those guys that lots of teams have thought, has been connected to a lot of people at the trade deadline. You guys have been a team that everybody thought they would be poaching, frankly. I mean, it's too early. Oh, deep drive by Palacios. Is it going to stay in the yard? Please stay in the yard. It is not going to stay in the yard. It is a 3-2 game.
Yeah.
Palacios,
that was my reaction right there, Jeff. How I saw that home run. I was like, ugh.
2-run blast. Oh, you ahead of me probably, huh? Yeah, 2-run blast. 3rd home run of the year, 9 RBIs on the year. We're still ahead 3-2, but that one hurts. Jack left over a ball to Robert, and it looks like that one the same. What I was asking you when that ball took a ride into the sky, many thought that you guys, and you mentioned Taylor Ward, that's why I thought of it, might be a guy that might be flipped. He's getting paid a little bit. He's probably not part of the future. You got Joe Adele and a couple other guys. What the heck are you? I mean, it's not even Memorial Day. It's too early for this, in my opinion. But are you guys going to be staying in it, or are you guys going to be? Oh my gosh, another drive to left, nice catch by Langford, went out. Are you guys going to be playing for the West? Do you think? What are your thoughts as a fan and as somebody who knows the game? What do you think is going to happen next?
We've been fortunate enough. I think this year we've kind of gotten to know each other a little bit as content creators. So for anybody who's, like, why are you bringing on an Angels guy? I'll say this, and Jeff can probably validate this already. We're certainly not homers. We call it as it is. If this team is struggling, we're the first in line to call them out. As of right now, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Are the Angels a hot team right now? Yes. Arguably the hottest team in the division right now. But like I said, right now, the getting's good. How long is it going to be good, Jeff? Eventually, they're going to catch up. The rest of the league is going to catch up, and we're going to start losing. So with that being said, I still consider trading Taylor Ward at the deadline. He's got this year of control. He's got next year of control, and then he's a free agent. This guy is a 240 to 260 type guy. He's going to pop about 25, 30 home runs a year. There's always a market for guys like that. His defense is average to serviceable. So with that being said, if you're going to get a decent return for him, I still personally move him. There's still other pieces of this team I want to move who just aren't part of that core. When it was you and I, when you joined Todd and I, you admitted, hey, the Angels have some good young pieces. The Neto Hoppies. And those are the guys you're looking for probably in about 2027 when the window's opening for the Angels, I want to say. Next year, I'd like to think they're going to really, really flirt with the playoff spot. But by the time 27 rolls around, that's when the window's supposed to feasibly be open for the Angels.
Yeah. So if you don't know, go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, with that being said, you still have to look to trade a guy like Taylor Ward. You can't be stupid.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't know, you should. Halo's in the infield. He mentioned Todd. We should tell them who Todd is. Todd does a great job with the post-game show. I'm not finding what do you guys call that show?
Just the post-game show.
Oh, guys, no, but I thought, okay, well, whatever. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Let's pull that back up. What the heck just happened? Okay, there we go. I'll just put it back here. I think that well, tell them, I want you to explain to them, you're part of a group, right? You're part of a collaboration? I'll shut up. You tell them. What do you call it? What are you guys doing so they can go find you? And where can they find you?
So you guys can find us just by looking up Halos of the Infield. We do about 5 podcasts a week if you're interested in the podcast game. And what we try to do is we have different episodes. So we do the Monday is typically like a history deep dive show where we talk about pieces of Angels history. Tuesday, we do Todd and I show called the Lone Star Halo Show. You had mentioned it. I do live here in Texas. I live in the Fort Worth Crowley area. And I know you're about 30 minutes away from me. Wednesday, we do our minor league show. So if you're interested in maybe what the Angels have going on in the minor league system, that's an option. We have an Around the League show. So we try to cover all the bases. And after every Angels game, there is a post-game show.
And that's the one that I get to see the most because I'm usually doing, well, I do my life. I got the family. I got the work. Then I do my Ranger stuff. And because you guys are West Coast, often there's an hour or two of a baseball game in Anaheim or on the West Coast, whatever, and then the post-game show. So that's where I get to interact with you guys as collaborators. Give them a little bit of how you guys got together and how that formed. I mean, we talked before over on your channel, and I don't really think I got that answer. Tell me about it as Maddox goes out to talk to Jack Leiter. 2 outs, 2 on, bomb of 4, 3-2, good guys.
So we've all met in different ways. Todd and I had met on a previous page. He was just having fans on one day, and him and I connected so well. And eventually him and the owner of the previous page just had a little bit of a disagreement. So he started a new podcast and asked me to come on board. So him and I have been with Halos in Infield for 4 years now.
Wow.
And then everyone else has just kind of joined periodically. And unfortunately, the Angels just haven't had a lot of success. So, the growth has been a lot slower than we'd like. But we've since added Dominic Lorenz. He is our minor league guy now, but he also covers minor league baseball games. He used to work for the Lake Elsinore Storm for about 3 years.
Oh, very cool.
Games.
Very cool.
So, and everyone else has just kind of joined periodically. Halo Joe joined just by meeting Todd. So, that's kind of how it's been. I mean, just plug and play. We've added some guys through the years, hey, I'm a fan of the show. Hey, come on the podcast. And then sometimes – the flow's too good, and you think to yourself, hey, we need some extra hands. Come on board. And that's just kind of how it started with.
I love it. I love it. I mean, you guys are doing what I'm hoping to do over here, build a community. It's just really a fun. Come on. I love baseball. I love talking baseball with people who know and love baseball too. And that's kind of what I see you guys are doing. And I love it. In the game, bottom of 4-4, 3-2 good guys, but there's 2 outs first and second. Talkman up to bat. Leiter in a little trouble here. 65 pitches in. Hopefully he can get out of this. TLC 94 LS, one of the members of my channel, wants to ask you, how many more years do you think you'll get out of Trout?
Depends on what exactly you mean by years. If we're talking good, productive years, that's the thing, right? We have not seen a healthy Mike Trout since 2019. This is honestly the first year where I'm starting to think to myself, okay, you know what? I do think Trout is getting long in the tooth. I do think his role needs to substantially change. I just don't think he has very much productive baseball left in him. Jeff, I think I finally hit that point this year. That's
gotta hurt because he's one of the best in the game, and being an Angel fan, come on, he's your best. I mean, he might be the best Angel ever. Not Mike. He's the best Angel ever.
Yeah, and it's a real shame to baseball, right? Because I mean, I don't think there's a single person out there who hates Mike Trout. You can't hate the guy, right? He's not vocal. He's a quiet leader. Plays the game hard. It's funny. I went to one of the Angels-Rangers games here at Globe Life, and one of my buddies who's a Rangers fan asked me, do you like Trout trying to run out balls in the infield? I was like, no, we're past that, Trout. Just run at first base. No. It's an automatic out.
Yeah.
You kind of – I think Trout still thinks of himself as a young kid, and unfortunately, as you get older – yeah, exactly. As you get older, your game has to change, right?
Yeah.
There's a big difference between Manny Machado, right? With Baltimore and the Dodgers before he went over to the Padres, he always used to say, hey, I'll never be Johnny Hustle. There's a big difference between that and you need to start slowing it down a little bit, Trout. No one thinks you're lazy. It's an automatic out. Don't hurt yourself.
Well, here in Texas, we've got 2. I mean, historically, Josh Hamilton would have been a different player probably if he didn't slam into the wall every third game. Also, right freaking now, Corey Seager. Just talked to a second specialist this week about his hamstring. How'd he get it? Running hard down to first base. And then what happens when he's jogging down to first base? I get people in the chat saying, oh, well, how come he's not hustling? I mean, it is what it is. They are. It's hard to not be who you think you were 5 years ago. And I'm just a fat guy on my chair, let alone a professional athlete who's still, one of the best to ever do it, frankly, in Mike Trout. It is what it is. Ball 4 there from Leiter. We got the bases loaded, 2 outs. Still 1-run lead for my Rangers. TLC has another question for you. Is it disappointing or frustrating to see the Dodgers and what they've been able to do with Shohei? Think he was underutilized as a commodity in Anaheim? Seems so. I'd love to hear your thoughts
Now, are we talking about a commodity of off the field? You know what I mean? Because the Angels really didn't maximize what they could have done with Ohtani off the field, right? The marketing was never really properly utilized. Because here's the thing. Shohei Ohtani is a money printing machine, right? In terms of baseball.
Yeah.
How much? I mean, Jeff, you like the Dodgers also. You've admitted as much. They have done a great job of utilizing him as a person because he's a money printing machine, right? Yep. If you go over to Japan, and I have not had the privilege to do that, but we've been told by many people, hey, we went over to Japan, to just watch baseball over there because that's a dream of mine, Jeff. I really want to go watch some baseball in Japan.
That would be so great.
Yeah, it looks way more fun than it does here. Let's be honest.
They're having a party. They're absolutely having a party.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a football game here, right?
Yeah.
All the chants and stuff. I don't know if you just want to see what happened in the inning before I keep blabbering.
Well, you're a couple inches in front of me here. Looks like something bad's about to happen. Nope. He pops it up. They better make the play. The way you talked, I'm nervous about it. I'm going to be honest.
You're good.
And they make the play. They are through 4. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-2. If you don't know, this is Fernando from Halos in infield. We're going to stay right here unless he needs to go and keep talking until your guys' questions end for him or he's got to go. We'll keep him around. I would say that when I see Asian baseball, Japanese, specifically, it reminds me of what we get every now and then, every couple of years of the WBC. I'm a huge fan of the WBC. And back to the question that TLC asked you and your response, I, as a baseball fan, was disappointed in not only how Anaheim handled Shohei from a media perspective, but also Trout. Now, I think some of that was Trout and his reluctance. But what he has said, and you probably know this better than me, hey, I've said yes to everything they've asked. So I don't know how true that is, but I have no reason not to believe him. And I'm not a big fan of the big head guy, Manfred, who was and is the head executive of MLB. But Artie in Anaheim and Manfred in New York, I think have done a crappy job with Ohtani and Trout. I think the Dodgers have done an unbelievable job. Now, maybe I'm being a Dodger homer there. I am a Dodgers fan. I root for the Rangers and I root for the Dodgers. But doesn't that evidence demand a verdict? I mean, am I off on that? What say you?
Well, so and I didn't get to finish a TLC's question. Here's the thing. When Shohei Ohtani chose the Angels, one of the biggest reasons was the National League didn't have a DH yet, right? So that almost automatically ruled all NL teams at the time, right? And Clayton Kershaw had said so as much. I'm sure you read the articles back then of Clayton Kershaw saying, hey, I took time off of my vacation anniversary, whatever it was. He was on vacation with his family.
They went hard at him, yes.
They asked him to fly out there to pitch Shohei, and he did because that's
the Dodgers expected to get him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, all reports that I've read.
And that's just a guy that Clayton Kershaw has always been, right? He's always been the face of the franchise for the Dodgers. So with that being said, he was like, dude, this guy didn't want anything to do with us, was not interested in the Dodgers at all. And the biggest reason, once again, is probably because he couldn't DH in the NL. Yeah. So he knew that he was going to get a hit significantly less. And the Angels, all signs proved, Billy Epler was with the Yankees when they were scouting Shohei years before he was ever considering coming to Major League Baseball. So I don't know what kind of relationship already existed between Billy Epler and Shohei Ohtani, but a lot of people were saying, well, the Angels were the only team interested in letting him have the keys to the kingdom where he could hit simultaneously and pitch. And then obviously the Ohtani rule came about in, I think it was like 2022 or so.
Yeah.
His final 2 years there. So I'll also make this argument for anyone who thinks the Angels underutilized Ohtani. You guys have to keep in mind, with all due respect to the Angels at that time, he wasn't Ohtani yet. The potential was always there. But in 2018, he was a rookie of the year. Had an average season as a pitcher his rookie year. His numbers weren't incredible. And his hitting was above average too. 2019, 2020, pretty down years for him. It was 2021 where he turned into Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And, he always proved it from that point on as a player. But, the organization really, really, really fumbled the bag in terms of properly marketing him. I completely agree with that. The Dodgers are maximizing that right now. But they also have the built-in advantage of now having three other major players from Asia, because you also have Hae-Sung Kim, who's obviously not Japanese, he's Korean, and then you have Yamamoto and Rocky Sasaki.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think that the Dodgers have taken over the Asian market, and I think that I guess maybe they got lucky, but I think they were certainly attempting to go after it. To think they would have had the success they had, I mean, four guys, three Japanese and a fourth Asian, that they hit the lottery, because that is a huge market. Oh, and by the way, he's the MVP. He was pretty good. I think that, and by the way, top of 5, 3-2, Rangers. Wyatt Langford just got on. Josh Sung up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 1-0 pitch. I think that many of us, and I might even include myself on this, still kind of thought, whether I said it out loud, I know I thought it deep in my brain, okay, he's going to have to pick one at some point. And he's proven us wrong now, or has he? But I know he threw it to live hitters, was it today, yesterday, the day before? You know, he is the unicorn. And I hope and expect they're going to give more kids that opportunity. The Rangers just signed some high school kid from Japan that they're already calling the high school or the Korean Otani. I think that's totally unfair, but there are other guys. There are other guys in the minors right now. First round draft picks, 2 or 3 last year, I think, were still two-way guys. Do you think that that's going to be something that other teams allow for now that Otani's had so much success? I know that the Royals is it Caglione. I think he was a flamethrower, and a couple other ones. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think Shohei Ohtani was the first of many. The first, at least, of this millennium of many. Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Now kids are going to grow up wanting to do that.
Yeah.
And now you have to kind of give them an opportunity, because now you know it's possible. Now, Father Time's undefeated, right? None of us are naive. Eventually, there will be a time. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, but Ohtani will probably have to pick one or the other at some point. Or at least not be able to do them as simultaneously as he did at the end of his Angels career, and probably coming around to doing now as a Dodger.
Yeah. Ground ball to third, throw to second. He does not make the catch. We've got nobody out first and second. 3-2 Rangers, top of 5. We've got Fernando. Halos in the infield. He's been on my show a couple times. I've been on one of their shows, a couple of their shows actually, a couple times. They are, whatever the right way to say it is. Shoot, I don't want to. Anaheim, not LA, but it's LA Angels content creators. Give them some love on X on YouTube. Questions for Fernando before we let him go. Anybody else want to hit him up on the Angels? He's already said that he thinks it's probably not this year or next year. They're probably still going to trade off some guys. What's been your biggest surprise, good or bad, for your Angels in 2025? That's kind of the poll for us today. Who's been the biggest disappointment? How about you? Your biggest pleasant surprise and your biggest disappointment? And then again, any other questions for him before we let him go? Let me know now in chat.
I do want to. I also want to ask you a question before I head out. But
anything. Not trying to get rid of you. Just,
no.
Told you one inning. Want to be respectful of your time.
No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate the invite.
Sure,
we'll never have to do this again. And at some point this year, I'd love to meet at the stadium formally and just talk baseball. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Well, and you said, I don't want to say it out loud in case you don't want the world to say, but you told me you're going to a game. I don't have tickets for that game, but when you said that, I'm like, maybe I'll try to get out there. I haven't looked at work schedule and stuff, but maybe we'll get something going.
Yeah,
I'll let you know. I've got some other tickets for future games. I'll let you know which ones I'm going to in case we can match up on that. If not,
if you're ever free one day, I mean, you got a day where you don't have the family or whatever, hey, I got nothing to do today. Always message me. I'm always down for a baseball game.
Love it. We're doing that for sure. I promise.
The biggest surprise for the Angels so far has been, I'm going to go with winning 8 games in a row. It's only happened once this decade.
Wow, really?
One other time this decade that they won 7 in a row. And this is the first time they've won 8 in a row since 2014. So that shows you how rare it's been for this organization.
And can I stop you there? Texas Rangers fans, that could happen for us too. I mean, we're only, 3 out of a wild card. We're only 5 out. They did it. The Phillies are doing it right now. The Twins did it. I mean, I'm not saying we will. Doesn't happen that often, but go on an 8 out of 10 run, right? I mean, the season is still in front of us. Anyway, I interrupted you, but.
No, you're fine. So for anyone who's never watched our content, or even seen me comment, I have predicted that the Texas Rangers were going to win the division. I'm not turning back on that yet. The season
I'm
is
not
still
either.
early enough. Now, you know, if this was July, if this was August,
Yeah.
and you guys were this cold, okay, that's a different situation. But
Memorial Day still 2 days in a row. There's plenty. 54 games is 1/3 of the seain.
yes,
still there.
yeah, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Remember, about a week and a half ago, I was commenting on one of your shows, and you were talking about like, oh, hey, you know, the Angels. You know, we were joking about how far out the Angels were.
Yeah,
they were in
like a
last
week ago.
place. Exactly. Now they're on an 8-game run. They're looking hot. Everything's clicking for them.
Exactly.
Baseball is a humbling game, but it's also one of the games where you experience the highest of highs. Look, in 2023, people were not expecting the Texas Rangers to win the World Series that year. And any Rangers fan, I mean, I was living here in the Metroplex already. I was friends with a lot of Rangers fans at the time, and I didn't hear a single person say you guys were going to win the World Series.
No, we were crying. I was the one guy that I felt like screaming at Rangers fans. They still got a shot. What are you talking about? And I mean, I'm sure I wasn't the one guy, but you sort of feel like that when you are that, right? By the way, Jake Berger up. Got a chance to knock in a couple here. I just think that there's so many new and young and immature baseball fans, especially in Texas right now, but maybe all across America. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we're growing the game. But boy, the emotional lack of intelligence is shocking. Berger strikes out, 1 out, first and second.
Yeah, that was a bad pitch, Berger. You can't be chasing that.
He's one of the only guys that's hitting for us, too. We need him. That's not even close. Look at that. Oh.
Yeah, he got called down there for a little while, right? And then he came back up, and he's been on fire, really.
Yeah, only him and Josh Young are the only two hitting the ball right now. Anyway,
both guys I like, by the way. Yeah, I am a big Texas Rangers sympathizer. It's been so long since we've really had any kind of any real slugfest between the Angels and Rangers. Really, the only team I hate in the division is Houston, and we could all agree with that. So,
see, that's why I like you right there. If I didn't like you for anything else, that would be enough.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's really been the most surprising thing for the Angels, just the fact that everything's clicking all at once. The bullpen's also been super surprising. I mean, Perry Minasian, our GM, has literally had to put it together with DVDs he's finding in the Walmart $2 to $5 bin. You know what I mean? And surprisingly, he's just made the right signings out of that bunch, and they're holding their weight. So all I'm saying is no matter who's struggling right now for you guys at the moment, it's just going to take those 2 or 3 games that are clicking, and all of a sudden you guys are hot now and gunning down Seattle.
And hopefully the White Sox pitching will allow that. We still got a game and a half to do that. Higgyachuk just gets a base hit right here and knocks in a run. Langford, man, I love how he runs the bases. 4-2, good guys now after the Higgy base hit. Still 1 out, still first and second. Jonah Heim 1 for 2 on the day, coming up with 1 out, top of 5. They got 2 more questions in here. Joshua wants to know most underrated Angel player currently, and then TLC wants to know how much longer you think Wash is going to be around. I mentioned that on purpose because I know me and you have talked about Ron Washington and his future there. So take either or both of those if you got a second.
So the biggest surprise right now, I would say, is Yoan Moncada. He's probably the most underrated. He's having a pretty good season for what he is. He signed a 1-year, $5 million contract. He's already accumulated over half a game of WAR, which for a guy that wasn't supposed to do too much, and a guy that missed, like I'd say about 2 or 3 weeks of baseball.
I was going to say, you've only had it for like a month, right? I mean, he was
like half the year. Yeah, he's only got 76 at bats, and he's already gotten 0.6 WAR. So pretty good. 4 home runs, 237 batting average right now. And his defense has been great.
Yeah, former White Sox. He was a ultra huge prospect, and then had some personal problems, and then everybody fell on hard times with him. But yeah, he's certainly a talented kid, and he's doing it for you. And you know what you're not mentioning, which is fun, I bet, as an Angel content creator, no one's talking about it anymore. Anthony Rendon. I mean, you guys, it was the story at this time last year because you guys had nothing going, and nobody's even talking about him now, which is because you guys. I mean, you got Ohapi, who that home run he hit was yesterday, the day before. I think it's still going. I mean, that was almost a 500 blast. Neto is a stud. I love Soriano. Nobody talks about Soriano. The kid who I can't pronounce his name, that I made fun of his name, he's had 3 or 4 good starts since I was on your show last. I think that there's a lot of young.
Zephyr John?
No. The starter.
Kohanowitz.
Yeah. I made fun of it that night because I didn't know how to say it. And now I couldn't remember now. And I even still like Joe Adell, which maybe makes me an idiot because he's proven that he doesn't. I still think he's a talented guy. So
a lot of people are pretty out on Joe Adell.
I bet he goes somewhere and does damage if you let him go, but that's just
absolutely.
me.
Absolutely. I mean, the Angels have already experienced that a little bit, right? Griffin Canning went over to the New York Mets, and all of a sudden he's kind of pitching like the guy that we wanted him to be.
Exactly.
Another guy, I mean, you did mention him, but whenever people ask me, hey, who's one of the most underrated Angels, I'm going to keep saying Zach Neto, not because people don't know Zach Neto's name, but it's because he's not talked about when people talk about the premier shortstops. He's not a premier shortstop. And if I'm being unbiased and we're not looking at the money of the contracts, I'm still taking Corey Seager over Zach Neto. But I definitely think in the next year or two, we're going to be talking about Zach Neto being a top 3 to 5 shortstop in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
You can already kind of be like, well, he's a top 10 shortstop and not get left out the building. I mean, he was another guy. He didn't come until the first or second week of May. He's already worth 2 WAR, 130 at-bats. He's batting 287, 8 home runs already. So this is a guy who I think needs to make his first Major League Baseball All-Star game.
It could happen this year, if not this year soon.
It should. By the way, did you see that it's supposed to be in Wrigley in 2027?
No, I did not. That's nice. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see it in an old school ballpark again because it's been, I think, since like the early 90s, the last time they hosted it.
That's awesome. Jonah popped up. We got 2 outs, first and second. Good guys 4, bad guys 2. Top of 5. Billy Garcia 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0 count. Got some ducks on the pond. All we do is leave people on base. Metro Party. Jonathan's talking about the Houston Astros. I know I said your name wrong, but welcome back, buddy. You didn't talk about Ron Washington. A couple of people mentioned that.
Yes.
Thoughts on Ron Washington, and then I want to ask you about Christian Moore. You talked about you got a prospect guy now. Christian Moore looks good to me. Where do you see him in your plan? So we'll go with old guy Washington. What are your thoughts? And young guy Christian Moore. When do you think you see him?
Well, Ron Washington is on his contract year at the current moment. They have yet to extend him. I really think it's going to depend on what he wants. I think Ron Washington, assuming it doesn't re-implode in his face, I think he's earned the ability to walk away on his own terms. So
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think, even if the Angels continue to struggle, this 8-game stretch never happened. We're still in last place. Let's live in that timeline real quick. There was a lot of people calling for his job. I was never one of those guys. Johnny Washington, the hitting coach, I was calling for his head for sure. But, I think Ron Washington's too respected in the game to get fired mid-season, especially for the Angels, right? Let's just say he was managing the Rangers instead of Bruce Bochy. Maybe I would see that a little bit more because the Rangers are supposed to contend this year, right? The Angels are not. So you kind of have to have that mentality. I've been disappointed prior to this 8-game stretch with a lot of the defense that I've seen from these Angels. And Ron Washington has always been known as a defensive guy, right? Yep. Marcus Semien has accredited his defensive success to Ron Washington, and Freddie Freeman is too.
The league is littered with people who say Ron Washington helped me get this Gold Glove.
Exactly, and that's what happens when you've been around for 200 years. I don't know. I think the guy, I think the guy used to play with Yogi Berra. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in the 77 top set. I can tell you that. So he's old.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys who he's touched with his baseball knowledge. So because of that, I think he's going to earn the ability to walk away when he's ready. So he will finish the year, in my opinion. I don't know if he's done yet. I think the organization probably used him as a stopgap guy. I would, in my opinion, like to move on from him after this year, not with any disrespect to Ron Washington, but because at some point the Angels need to hire a manager, and for better or worse, give him the keys to the kingdom for 5 years and see what happens. Because since 2019, we've had 4 managers? You parted ways with Mike Scioscia.
Yeah.
You hired Brad Osmus for 1 year. You fired him. You hired Joe Madden. You kept him there for about 1.5 years, and then you fired him. You brought in Phil Nevin. He finished the year, and then he stayed for 1 more year. You fired him, and now you got Ron Washington. That is too much change for an organization that's looking for stability.
Yeah. Well, I think Ron Washington is the perfect manager for a team who was not planning on contending for a couple of years. And you've got a guy like Neto, and now obviously they had Washington before they got Christian Moore, but he's a middle infielder too. And my point is a teacher of the game. And sometimes they've got to do it for 3 or 4 years, and they won't maybe get the credit when you guys are in the playoffs again, maybe next year or the year after. Christian Moore, want to hit on Christian Moore?
Yeah, so Christian Moore got called up a couple days ago to Salt Lake, hit a home run. I think he's already got 2. I'm trying to pull that up right now. But, he is our top prospect. He was drafted 8th overall here in Fort Worth at the draft. And,
I was there. That was fun.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yep,
I said, I wonder if we crossed paths. We just didn't know it.
We probably did.
Yeah,
wasn't that many people there, so hopefully
that's
probably did.
There was only 5 people wearing Angel stuff.
Yeah, probably right.
So
that was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah, I'd like to go to one of those again.
I would, yeah.
And it's cool that they're doing those in person now because Major League Baseball has never really been known for the draft. And I will admit, it is kind of funny to watch the Major League Baseball draft. Because you watch the NFL draft, the Cowboys, or I'm a Broncos fan, draft somebody. Oh, hey, that guy's going to be on the team this year. When the Rangers are picking somebody, it's like, oh, he might be here in 3 to 4 years.
Well, especially if you draft a high school kid. I mean,
exactly.
You're good 5 years away potentially from seeing them with the big club.
Yeah, at least when the Angels draft someone, they'll probably be there in like a month.
You guys do. I mean, your first baseman, Neto. I feel like there's another guy that you guys just flew up the ranks.
Yeah, Ben Joyce.
Okay.
Obviously, he's been shut down for the year.
When you throw 104 miles an hour, it tends to happen.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens when he comes back next year. He's definitely not going to be throwing 105.7 anymore. Maybe still 101, 102. I mean, I don't know. Aroldis Chapman has had issues with his arm in the past, and he's still throwing.
Yeah, but he's a freak of nature. Like that guy, if there's a guy who's actually the Incredible Hulk, it's him. I think I might have said this on your show. I know I've said it to a few people. When other people mention him, I almost always say this. There are people who say the fastest man in the Major League Baseball is Aroldis Chapman. And if you look at him, he is a freaking Adonis. That guy is a workout loon. And he's not necessarily the nicest guy on the planet, but as a physical specimen, I wouldn't piss him off. Let's put it that way. Mike Clark in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great day. Ribs. Great beer cold. Well, I'm messing that up. Rangers winning. That's a good day, right? Happy Memorial Day. Fernando, what are you doing for Memorial Day? You live in the great Dallas-Fort Worth area. You're looking out the window, basically at the same gorgeous blue sky that I am. You doing something fun? You grilling? What are you doing on your Memorial Day?
It's been hot. It's been hot these last couple of days. We just got down to the dog park over there in Fort Worth. So now we're enjoying some air conditioning. I don't think we got anything going on Memorial Day itself.
Supposed to be pretty stormy on Monday, I hear.
Yeah. I was hoping to go to a baseball game this weekend, but like I said, I'll be there Tuesday. So, hey, if anyone's going to be there, I'll be wearing a American League All-Star Game jersey. I don't know if it'll be from last year, but it'll be one. I have a 2016, a 2010. Maybe I'll wear a 2010.
Well, who's on the back?
Nobody.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought you were like holding it for like the acknowledgement at the end or something.
No, I have a Torrey Hunter, but I mean, if I'm going to watch a Rangers game and the Angels aren't playing, I don't have any Rangers stuff. I have like the 2 sleeveless like hoodies they gave out. So they're slowly starting to get some Ranger stuff in the closet, but it's taken a couple of years.
So here's my question. We went with all their questions. What do we have to do to get you over to the good side, away from, I wouldn't call them the evil empire, but the Southern California Surfers? Oh, ball in, drops in front of Wyatt Langford, base hit with 2 outs for Palacios. How do we get you, like you were an Angel fan who moved here, right? Is that how that happened?
Yeah. I moved out here for work.
How do we fix you in the head?
I mean, I don't think, you guys can see the man cave here. I don't think I'll ever stop being an Angels fan. I mean, there's stuff up here for days, but sorry anyone who I made sick by that.
I know, we're all throwing up now. It's good. We're not throwing up because of what we saw. It's just, you need Dramamine now.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm too much of a hardcore Angels fan. Now, if you guys like hockey, there's a chance you can make me into a Stars fan.
Well, it's the time. It's the time right now.
Well, because I think I might have told you before, like I was an Arizona Coyotes fan, so now I'm kind of a homeless hockey fan. I don't really care too much for, and like I don't root specifically for any Metroplex teams, so I'm kind of thinking like I don't have a hockey team. Maybe I should become a Stars fan. And nobody could call me a bandwagon now because it's like, well, my team doesn't exist.
Who cares what people call you? Jump on the bandwagon. It's fun, right? I'm not a big hockey guy, but playoff hockey is pretty fun. Let's go. And by the way, homeless hockey fan, great name for a punk rock band. So if you're looking for a name, homeless hockey fan, my vote.
HHF.
Well, I appreciate this so much. I told you it'd be an inning. I don't want to keep you all day. Thank you. Tell the people before you go where they can find you, anything, whether it's you on X or your community, anything. Tell them, promote, do all this stuff.
I'll do that. And then I have one question for you on the way out.
Hey, I'm not trying to get rid of you, but anything.
At Halos in the Infield, follow us on all of our social medias. We have a lot of fun over there. And like I said, Jeff will tell you that we're certainly not homers. You know what I mean? We call Angels games as it is. So if you're ever interested in what's happening on our side of the fence, you can tune in. Todd reads all the comments, whether they're positive Angels or not. You can come in and make fun of us if we lose, and we're still going to read them. Hell, he even lets you join the show. Yes.
I can verify. I was giving him crap, and then he invited me on the show. So, yeah, it worked out just good.
Yeah, exactly. We drop links all the time. So if you ever want to come on and talk, we have Mariners fans who join us every single game just because, it's a cool, fun baseball environment. And, that's why I watch a lot of your streams, and Todd watches your streams too. Because, I like going to Rangers games, and if I'm going by myself especially, I'll pop on an AirPod. So if you ever see a guy who's like standing up in the nosebleeds with an American League All-Star Game jersey from either 2010, 2016, or 2025, it's probably me, and I'm watching your stream.
You did that on my show, didn't
yep.
Weren't you in chat? You said, yeah, I thought so. And
I do that a lot. I do
that
a lot. Yeah. Like I said, you provide good coverage. That's not me kissing your butt. You know what? There is a spot out there for good baseball coverage, and nowadays you don't need to watch ESPN. You don't need to watch all those networks, because now if you want to watch Rangers coverage, you find a Rangers guy that you like and you roll with it. You find an Angels guy you like and you roll with them. That's the beauty of content these days.
Yeah.
But that's where you find us.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not trying to kiss anybody's butt either. I kind of hate ESPN just because they suck. Not for any reason other than they do a horrible job with baseball. Yeah. I'm excited about they got rid of, lost, or quit on, whatever the answer is. Their MLB package looks like NBC is going to pick that up. And I like that because we need a national place. We need the football fans and the hockey fans and the basketball fans who are maybe going to become Dodger or baseball fans a place to go. And so I'm happy there's going to be a national outlet for that. But ESPN sucks. And here's what I'll say. I'm not saying I'm so great. I'm not saying you're so great. I'm saying as a whole, YouTube creators are pretty freaking good. Not all of them. Some suck. I get it. But there's a good group of creators, and there's more every day. And the independent, it's just like the news. But for me, I'm talking sports here. You're going to find your tribe. You're going to find, like, I like to be the positive guy. I'm going to try to keep it real, but I'm also going to not cry and whine because after 54 games, my team's 3 out of a wild card spot. I'm just never going to be that guy. I'm not the overly emotional crying guy. But my point is, I hope that I am creating a community around ourselves and our viewpoints and our fandoms for whatever they are. There are plenty of Ranger fans. No, let me say it better. There are plenty of Ranger content creators that I probably wouldn't even want to hang with because they're just so negative. And I'm not going to say any names, but there are people that are way bigger than me that are just crapping on everybody all the time. And, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, there's a place for you on not only just YouTube, but I'm not on TikTok, but it's out there. There's Twitter content creators that are just over there. You can find your tribe within the MLB. Even college baseball has it. There's something for everybody. And what you guys are doing is great, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to throw that over to you. I really like what you guys are doing. And I'm having a blast doing what I'm doing. And, whether this grows into something that's real or not, I'm having a blast. And I can tell you guys are too. I hope that's true.
No, it absolutely is. And I will say this, we already kind of pooped a little bit on Rob Manfred, which is great. In my opinion, he's one of the worst commissioners of all the major sports. But, man, baseball is really dropping the ball right now because here's the thing. I've been saying for the last 4 years that I truly believe that we are in the golden age of baseball. People who have watched more baseball than I am, I just turned 30, will agree that the amount of athleticism we're seeing right now is unheard of. You know what I mean? You got guys like Adolis Garcia. The guy's a freak of nature. The guy's built like a tank. And he's also fast, and he can also play defense.
Ellie De La Cruz, O'Neal Cruz. I don't even have to change the last name. Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Shohei
everywhere.
Ohtani. You know what I mean? You have these guys who are just freaks of nature, and baseball
Freddie
has
Freeman.
never had.
How is he swinging the bat like that? Oh, my gosh. Don't do that, kids, except for if you can do it like him, and then do that, kids. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no matter where you look on a major league roster, we're in an era now where there's like at least 4 to 5 superstars on a lot of these teams, where in the past it was like you had the 10 good teams, whatever they were at that time, and then you had everyone that sucked. You know what I mean? And now, like, the disconnect isn't really that big. Like, you get a lot of crappy owners. Believe me, the Angels have one of those. But, like, you look at, like, the Pirates.
The list is long, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Bad owners.
Yeah.
But no matter what roster you're looking at, there's an avenue where almost all these teams, maybe unless you're the Rockies, could be good in the next, like, 1 to 2 years because the talent is so good. And also, like, these teams that are at the top, their windows aren't closing quickly either. I mean, we've been waiting for the Dodgers window, not you, Jeff, but a lot of us other fans have been waiting for the Dodgers window to close for a while now, but they just keep winning. They just keep pumping out talent of their farm system. So all this to say that Major League Baseball's biggest problem right now isn't the lack of talent. It's the lack of marketing. And that's why it's so good that we have these content creators. And I encourage all of you who are tuning into this, you know, if you ever want to, hey, the Mets are coming to town, or the Rangers are going to play the Mets, go find a Mets show that you like and go watch them for a little bit, because don't get your stuff from ESPN or whatever. Find a content creator who's spending their time making no money at all, or making just a little bit to keep the lights on, to, talk about their team, because that's why you're going to learn. You're not going to learn by watching for 30 seconds on ESPN.
Yeah, I love that. That's what you said. I mean, somebody clipped that. That was so good. I'm a big believer in that for entertainment news, for actual news, politics or otherwise, but especially with sports. I think that the sports market was so profitable for the ESPNs and the Fox Newses that they could suck and still print money. ESPN's been a dumpster fire for a decade or so, a generation or so, but they're still, I mean, it's part of Disney. I get that. And they've been burning money like crazy, but that's not because of the eyeballs were coming to it. And I think that's such an opportunity for people like us who want to grow a little community. I mean, you don't even need to be an ESPN behemoth. If you're in the sports marketing world, you're just having fun with it and you grow a community, people can make a living off that. That's my goal. But I just think it's fun. I love baseball. I want to sell my love of baseball. I want to share my love of baseball with more people. And there's also a little bit, this is an old guy rant coming in, but there's also a little bit of a responsibility that I almost feel, because I've loved the game for longer than you've been alive. I'm 55. You're just barely 30, you said. And I want people to love it. And fan how you want to fan. I don't care. But I'm not the kind of guy who's going to be doing the wave. I'm not going to be the kind of guy who's going to be yelling at the players. I'm certainly not the kind of guy who's going to say the players are pathetic or an embarrassment. That was my rant this morning on X. I want people to have fun and love what's going on. And for me, there's lots of ways to love your life, but sports can be one of those, and baseball can be one of those. And content creators in the independent market, deserve your love. So if you're into anything Anaheim, LA, California Angel style, get over to Halos in the infield. Check out Fernando. Where can they find Todd? Or whoever else you want to promote in your group.
Yeah, Todd doesn't have any personal social media. None of us really do.
Okay,
I have one. Okay. But I don't really.
That's why I couldn't find it. So that was me kind of asking a question for me and for wanting you to promote him. I wondered about that, because when you said, "Hey, maybe send it to Todd," I'm like, I don't even think I know how to get a hold of Todd, other than say, "Yeah,
Todd does all the lives." But he's also a little older than I am, so he's not the best on the social medias. But yeah, if you want to get a hold of any of us, you just follow us on social medias at Halos in the Infield. You ever have any questions for us or whatever, you can always message us. Or if you're at a Rangers game and you think I might be there, message me, or just come say hi if you see me. But thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. We need to do that. If I can't pull off Tuesday, which I doubt I will, but maybe I will. But if not, we'll make a plan, and we'll just make it happen. Get some good seats. And
I'm going because I want to see that. I want to get that Bruce Bochy bobblehead. Grew up in San Diego.
Yeah. That's a cool. I need that for behind me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's one I saw, and I'm like, you know what? I love Bruce Bochy, so I want to get it, and hopefully find him around so he can sign it for me.
Well, and go early because they're only giving away 15,000. Guys, that's Fernando. Halos in the infield. We're going to say goodbye to him. Thank you for your time, buddy. Check him out. Go check out that whole community, and don't be a stranger. You're welcome anytime. If there's something going on, you want to talk baseball, you know me. I'm live unless I'm at the ball game or I'm having dinner with the wife. I'm doing this. So anytime you want, just let me know. I'll send you the link, and we'll bring you on for an inning anytime. Sounds good. Yeah, and we'll get you on pretty soon here, so you can talk a little bit about the Rangers to us. So I will make fun of something Angels, I promise. Hey, that's why we bring you on. I'd be insulted if you didn't do that. All right, take care, buddy. Thanks. Thanks for your time, buddy. Have a great night. There he is. That's Fernando. Halos in the infield. Give him some love. The end of the sixth for us. Top of the sixth is gone. What the heck? Just said 2-run home run. I'm a little confused by that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Listen, I got to be honest with you. What I want to do with this show, with this channel, I want to talk about the Rangers, and I want to talk about baseball, and I want to grow local YouTube content creators. It doesn't have to be YouTubers. I would do it if they were just a Twitter creator or whatever, but I love the independent sports creator. I like it also in politics, and I like it in entertainment, but this is a baseball show. And I'm hoping to grow a community of people, not only that love the Rangers, but also that love baseball and that can come on and talk the game, especially like when we're hit to the off season. It'll be fun to be able to talk about that and have a group of, I got to be honest, I'd love to have somebody from each team. And I'm starting to build some connections, and those are good guys. Todd, who wasn't on just now, and Fernando, who's on, and they've got a couple more guys, but I've gotten to know a little bit Todd and Fernando. Good dudes. I hope you give them some love. Again, they are angel creators, as you know, and I appreciate the questions. Those are good questions. We're still rolling. Let me drop a break here because I got to be honest. I need to grab something. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. What the heck? There we go. There we go. There we go. 93 of you still here. 7 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 85 on X. We will be back in about 25 seconds. Enter this contest. Go to the All-Star game. Sorry about that. Okay, I had to send a text there to be real with you guys. So that's all done. 93 people still here. 7 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 85 on X. Lighters out, Milner's in. Lots have happened since we had him on. I hope you guys like that. Let me know in the comments and be real. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Did you love that? Did you hate that? Oh, I only want to hear Rangers in the game. Or did you? I'm not going to be mad. I really want to hear what you guys think. I need a snack. I don't have a snack here. I needed to send a text to the wifey. I would like a snack, though. And that's probably, did I say that? Because that's kind of where my brain went. But let me know. I would really like to know it. He's a good guy. Again, he's a Dallas-Fort Worth guy, but he's an Angels fan. And I kind of can relate. I'm from Southern California, born in LA, lived in San Diego, moved out here in 2011. He's moved out here more recently. But I want to grow the community and have, I mean, I see that, having somebody on every other inning. Oh, blast into left center. Looked like Langford was going to make the play. They slam into each other, and the ball is loose. And that'll be a triple, if not an error. Haggerty and Langford slammed into each other. Looks like Haggerty might be injured. Wyatt's fine. They're both standing, but Haggerty looks like he might be hurt. It was a blast into left center. Wyatt was playing shallow. He had it. I mean, you got to give way to the center fielder, but they both had it. It looked like Haggerty had it in the glove there. That actually might be a catch. That was in the glove. They scored a triple. You can't give them an error there. 4-2 Rangers. We need a reset anyway after the interview. 4-2 Rangers. Bottom of 6. Leadoff hitter Meadroth, 1 for 2 on the day. He's up to bat with nobody out and man on third. Tying run is at the plate. And that was Langford's fault, guys. That was Wyatt Langford's fault. The center fielder calls it. You get out of the way. Excuse me. Loved hearing you and Fernando talking to Angel and Rangers. Oh, good. I appreciate that. Smash the third. Josh makes the play, fires to first, safe at first. Runner does not advance. Looks like that'll be an infield single, first and third. Looks like they're going to challenge it. Snap into it, Slim Jim. You know what? Those are disgusting. Right? Exactly, TLC. I am not a Slim Jim guy. I find them disgusting. I don't want to disparage the Lockdown Ranger stuff, but it's not great. Yeah, I'm not going to talk crap about anything, but I am not a consumer of that content. I don't know them. Never met them. Haven't had any conversations with them, but it ain't for me. But I don't want to talk crap about anybody. But I do see it as an opportunity for me. I'm not going to lie. And I can tell you that we definitely have different worldviews as it relates to, well, life, but the game, which is what I'm talking about. 97 people here. 10 on YouTube, 1 on the Twitch. 86 on X. Boy, X was a mess this morning. Not only the people flipping out, but the actual app was having trouble. Talkman 0 for 2 on the day. Having a nice year, though. Milner, the lefty versus the lefty here. I gave them, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks of attention quite a while ago. Yeah. Forty-two Rangers. Nobody out. First and third. Tying run is on base. Nobody out. Talkman could go deep here, and they would take the lead. Milner having a real nice year. Puts that one in the dirt, 2-2. Well, and that, again, that's the thing, TLC. You know, I think that, you know, what I might like is different than what you might like, which is different than Joshua might like, which is different than Jonathan's might like. You know, I think that we're all different people. And, like, I don't like people, you know, like I was talking about on X today, who, like, I don't understand why people yell at players. I don't understand why people say they're pathetic or they're embarrassment. And I was talking about that on X. It's just not my style. It's not the kind of people I want to hang out with. Ground ball to second. I have no idea if he tagged him. Run scores, throws to first. He's safe. Did he tag him? I don't think he did, but no. Holy crap. 4-3 now. Rangers have the lead. Still nobody out, first and third. If you're not watching along what happened, there was a little slow grounder to Marcus. Tried to tag him going by. Didn't. Throws to first. He's safe. Run scored. So we've got a ball into left field. Should have been an out. Slam into each other. Triple. Got a ground ball to third. We get no out. Boy, did he hit his butt. And then a little nubber to second. RBI. Run scored. Safe at second. Safe at first. Marcus is not flipping out. 4-3. Good guys. Nobody out, first and second. The 3-hitter up for Chicago. Vargas. Tying run at second. Go ahead and run it first. It's only the bottom of the 6th. Chance for a double play here. Well, my point is all three hitters could have been in our favor here. Could have been an F7 or an F8. Could have been a 5-3. Could have been a 4-3. We'd be out of this. Instead, there's a run in, nobody out, first and third. I mean, what the heck? And here comes Bochy, and we're going to go to the bullpen. Right? Take me to church. I think you're exactly right, TLC. We're going to go for a break. Again, guys, thank you for allowing me to do what I frankly want to do. I want to have that kind of a show. I want to bring people on. I think it's best for you guys and best for me. And oh, thank you, baby. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I just appreciate it. Here we go. We're going to have a new picture. I hope you become a member of the channel if you're liking what I'm doing over here. Here's your chance. Here's an ad about that. I'll be back in 55 seconds. Hey, big thank you to my members. As I film this, I have 6 members on the channel. What is membership? Well, it's a little love to me and my channel. If you really like what's going on here and you want to be part of the Clubhouse crew at another level, you become a member. You give me a little love. You get access to emojis in chat. You stand out in chat when you chat. If it gets busy in there, it's easier to see because it's just much bigger. And it's just really, it's a way for people to support what I'm doing. So if you really like the channel and you really want to show that, please consider being a member. Right now, our members are 86 and Company, Logan, TLC 94LS, Texas Haley, fans of the Green Bay Packers, and Rick Ranger 7011. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you've joined the crew since then, I will add you the next time we make one of these videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check out membership if you're interested. I appreciate every single one of you. JTS231, new follower over on Twitch. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for doing that. Just started going over on Twitch. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time if you're still there. But thanks for the follow. It means a lot. Appreciate you. My name's Jeff, at Jeff Bates on X, at Texas Clubhouse. On YouTube and on Twitch. You can follow me at either places. I'm always judging my content efforts on new subscribers. For right or wrong, that's how I'm judging it. That's how other people do it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I wanted to add 2 or 3 yesterday. I actually went down 1. So I'm really hoping to add 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it. Yeah, I'm not sure about pulling Milner here either. I think so. TLC. You want it to not say TLC. You want to say like, let me think about that for a second. Nobody out, first and second. 1-run game. Vargas up. I didn't say it. Jacob Webb coming in. Oh, I don't have the right screen up. I keep forgetting. Guys, if you I mean, I don't care what screen's up, but if you guys care and I forget to put it on there, just let me know which one you want to see. Usually I try to keep it on this one when the game is alive. Marcus 1 for 3 on the day. 1-2 count to him. First and second, nobody out. Tying run on second. Jacob Webb in for the Rangers. Jeez. That was scary. Little ground ball to the pitcher. He looked at second. He didn't throw. Nobody was at first. Tosses it over there, and we almost blew that one, too. Works as a good sacrifice bunt. Second and third, 1 out. And I have to sneeze, so I'm going to mute myself. I'm sorry, guys. I muted myself when I had to blow my nose. I did that yesterday, too. Lewis Robert Jr. base hit into left field. Fires it. Langford fires it to third, even though the runner's already there. We're lucky that Robert didn't go to second. So what I said is we got screwed right there. We should have had 1, 2, 3, F7 or F8, 5, 3, 4, 3. That should have been what happened there. 3 up, 3 down, easy inning. But instead, we have triple, infield single, double, 3 runs. I mean, what the heck? Sorry about that, guys, being on mute. Yes, Michael. Yeah, that's just not great baseball. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, if we don't win this game, it's done deal, right? We got a game tomorrow still, but 5-4 Chi Sox, bottom of 6. Still only 1 out. Still first and third. Palacios up to bat. Runner goes, I think. Must have bluffed. Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Good to see you in chat. How's your holiday weekend going? Happy Memorial Day. What do you do? This is a rough season so far. First 1/3 of the season basically done, and boy, we ain't playing good. 104 awesome Memorial Day weekend revelers here. 12 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. Thanks for being a new subscriber over there. 91 on X. Runner goes again. Stolen base. He's got almost like 20 steals already. 19th, according to Dave Raymond. Steals. Running wild when he gets on. He doesn't get on a lot, but when he gets on, he steals. And now we've got second and third. A hit will score 2. What does this team do? Trade some prospects in the hope we improve, or just we ride it out, dude? We ride it out. That's right. I forgot you told me you're way over there. Across the pond. Oh, I guess it's not Memorial Day for you guys then, is it? Memorial Day here in the States. What do you guys have a Memorial Day? Do you guys have a day where you celebrate, remember those who you lost in battle for the home country? For us, that's this weekend, Memorial Day. 1 out. Bottom of 6, 5-4 White Sox. What an ugly inning this is. Second and third, Webb on. Hasn't pitched bad. Hasn't been lucky. Palacios 2 for 3 on the day. Check swing. Didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Slider / sweeper down bounces. We're going to be full count. Second and third, 1 out. A walk here would load the bases. You and me both, David. Welcome in. Glad you're here over on X. Thanks for being here. Swing and miss, strike 3. 2 outs now. David, love you that you're here, buddy. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day. Invite you to come over to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. It's at Texas Clubhouse. We'd love to have you over here. Yeah, we have Remembrance Sunday, which is second. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, it's Memorial Day for us, and it's Monday. The unofficial start of summer here. Slider away. Want to know? Next pitch misses 2-0. 5-4 White Sox. Second and third, 2 outs. Bottom of 6. Fastball up and in. Ball 3. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that, Andrew. That's cool. Three-0 pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Might have been pitching around him here. Sosa, pretty good hitter. Had a good day yesterday. Had a good day today. He's 1 for 2. 5-4 Sox. 2 outs. Bottom of 6. Bases loaded. Webb versus Sosa here. Hey, Elon's Musk. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Yeah, is it? Yeah, that makes sense. Right? Because you didn't like my singing. I know. Haven't even thought about you know who until you just popped in. Win or lose, I love watching there. There you go, David. I like it. Love that attitude, buddy. Love that attitude. Me too. Oh, excuse me. Sweeper down, swing, fouled back. 0-1. You're just getting here. Where you been, David? Where you been, Mr. Musk? Where you been, Andrew? We had a lead. Got a lead early. Leadoff hitter got a single. Stole second. Scored on a double. Looked good from there. Extended our lead, but this inning, this bottom of 6, oh my gosh, has been ugly, and he just blasted one to get down. Bases loaded, 1 hopper off the wall. It's going to score 2, maybe 3. Langford gets it in. They're going to throw to second. Tried to backpick him there, but he gets back. Sosa kills us. 3 RBI double. 8-4 White Sox. Are you freaking kidding me? The inning started off with a fly ball into the gap left center. Both Wyatt Langford and Sam Haggerty had a play on it. They slammed into each other, and it fell out of Haggerty's glove. It was in his glove. Oh, it wasn't a one-hopper. It hit right in the center of the wall. Anyway, Haggerty dropped the ball for a triple. Then a ground ball to third. Should have been an out, but it wasn't. Throwed it over to first. Safe. First and third. Then a ground ball to the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Tries to tag the guy running by. Misses. Throws to first. Doesn't get him. That should be 1-2-3. The inning should be over. And we would still have the lead. But no. Somebody took their finger out of the hole in the dam. And it has flooded, and it hasn't stopped. 8-4 now, Chi Sox, bottom of 6. The last time the Rangers scored 5 runs in 3 innings, I was a young warthog. I can't imagine us scoring 5 runs. I mean, it is the White Sox, and they have a horrible bullpen. I'm pretty sure their save leaders are tied with 1. They have nobody in the back. And we'll have 9 outs to get a few runs, ball 4 there, first and second. But we're now down by 4, meaning we need at least 5 or more to win. When we finish this disgusting inning. Bochy's walking out to the mound. Webb will be out. Not his fault. I mean, he walked guys there at the end. But this was a ridiculous, unlucky, stupid half of an inning. Yeah, that 100% his fault on that fly ball. I mean, yeah, I mean, Andrew, I don't want to say it's over, but like I just said, 3 innings to go. Are we going to score 5 runs in 3 innings? I mean, the evidence that demands a verdict is we can't score 5 runs in 9 innings. Bullfighter. Yeah, whatever. My dad loved Benny Hill. I hated the Benny Hill, but I was a little kid. I never watched it. I hated it because my dad loved it. Not my stuff though. Yeah, it's 100%, Kerm. 100%. 116 people here. 8 on YouTube, 2 on Twitch. That ties our. Look, we are tying our record on times that I've looked. I don't always look, but when I look, the most we've ever had on Twitch at one time is 2. Follow, subscribe. Thank you. I know we added a subscriber over on Twitch today. Tie. Get one more person to go on Twitch and we'll have a new record. 8 people on YouTube. 2 on Twitch. 106 over on X, including Bullfighter, who's here and wants me to say this is embarrassing. Not embarrassing for me. I didn't drop nothing. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, not our closer. Clearly, I've said before on recent videos, be nice to get a lead and see who our closer is because I can't imagine it's still Luke Jackson. We're down by 4. It's the 6th inning, and Luke Jackson's in. He's not our closer. It's got to be Robert Garcia, right? It's so frustrating because the season was full of such promise, but looks like we are falling away. Can't see us making the postseason. Joshua says, gosh dang it. Tough breaks for us. Who's our closer? Do you guys agree with me? Must be Robert Jackson. Robert Jackson. Robert Jackson. Robert Garcia. 8-4, White Sox. 2 outs, bomb of 6, first and second. The dam has burst and it hasn't stopped yet. Let's hope Jackson can get this out. Raise your hand. Do you think the Rangers can score 5 runs in 3 innings today against the White Sox? If they can, they still can win this game. If not, this game is over. Jackson throws a strike there. It's full. I think it's the 11th hitter in the inning. Yeah, they just said that. I was listening to the broadcast. Now, 46 pitches this inning. Again, should have been a fly ball out, should have been a ground ball out, should have been a ground ball out, 1, 2, 3. But here we are a half hour later. Ball 4, bases loaded. Are you kidding me? Hey, Mike. Did I say hello to you yet? Hello to you. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. If you're new here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm having less fun than I want to be. Please subscribe to my channel. Maybe I'll add 2 or 3 subscribers today, and I will stay in a good mood. Otherwise, I'm just going to be grumpy. What the heck? It's time for Bochy to punch a hole in somebody's face. Talk went 0 for 3 today, but having a real nice year for the White Sox. Dove into the netting twice and made an unbelievable play later in the day. Some are so guilty. I don't know what that means. Some are so guilty. Hey, Guilty, how are you, buddy? I don't know what to call you. Welcome in. Cripple King back. What's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? It's not as significant, thankfully. But this reminds me of the 7th end of 2015. Talkman ground ball to Smitty. He fires the first 6-3. This inning is mercifully over. What a disgusting display that was. 8-4 White Sox. Again, the inning was stupid with a capital stew. Fly ball to left center. Langford and Haggerty slam into each other. Haggerty had it in his glove, falls out for a triple. Next hitter, ground ball to third, should be an easy 5-3. It's not. Runner stays at third, runner safe at first. What the actual heck? Then the next guy, ground ball to Simeon, slow ground ball. Receives it, attempts to make the tag, misses, throws to first, safe. And from then, it got worse. Are you kidding me? What a stupid inning. Hey, my buddy, Mr. Taylor. Yeah, I'm going to need a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a physiatrist. I don't even drink, but I need some Jack Daniels. What the heck? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Happy Memorial Day. To answer your question earlier, hold on. Again, I don't drink, but I wish I had something more than Diet Pepsi. Right? To answer your question earlier, did I ask you a question? I don't know what we're talking about yet, but I'll find out. I understand both sides. It's a big comment, dude. I understand both sides. I think it's embarrassing. I hate it when people say that professional athletes are embarrassing or pathetic. Bullfighter wants to. All right, let's do it. To answer your question earlier, I understand both sides. I think it's embarrassing because these guys get paid so much to be professionals. You know, the other team's trying too, though, right? They do this every day to practice and get better. You don't, you get replaced. Simeon, for example, he's had spring training plus 50 games to ride a ship, and the dude is striking out. He's off. I understand he can't be perfect. Bullfighter, love you, buddy. It's not embarrassing when they do bad. Right, crippled? Yeah. And he's not saying the outfit of the day either. Rangers are going to get banned from my future parlays. Magadi? Welcome in, buddy. Glad you're here. If we don't come back, everyone out. I don't know what that means. Out of the pool? Halos in the infield, totally your fault, dude. If you weren't here, Halos in the infield, this Fernando was in earlier talking about the Angels and the Rangers and baseball in general. And I totally blame him for all that happened. Sorry, respectfully, I think Anthony Rendon and what he has done to degrade the game of baseball is embarrassing. Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair, but that's not what I said. When players have poor performance and dunces, idiots, and fools, sorry if that hurts your feelings. If it fits, it fits. Dunces, idiot, fools say they're pathetic or they're embarrassing for poor performance. That's what I said. I think it's about the idiots saying it, not the athletes. I think there's a lot going on right now in the game. A lot of people are betting on the game, right? I have no problem with that, by the way. I think it should be legal. Betting on the game and are mad at players. For years, people have thought they had a right to yell at fans. I've always thought that was dumbassery, and I hate it. But it's at a new level now with the idiocy that people see and do and participate in on X and on, Facebook and TikTok and all those places. And it's jumped. A lot of athletes are coming out and saying in all the sports, since the betting has gotten bigger, people are threatening. I mean, come on, there's been all kinds of stuff in the news lately. I can name a bunch, but there's one on our team. There's two on our team, I think, actually. There's one on the White Sox that I can think of. And it's in basketball is happening. People are getting threatened, for poor performance and calling somebody embarrassing or pathetic for being bad when they're clearly one of the best in the world at something. They're not bad. They're not having success. I mean, the other guy's trying too. But what I was saying and what I'll stick to and what I'll argue forever, calling an athlete embarrassing for a poor performance. Anthony Rendon, what he did was embarrassing. Taking a swing at the guy in the stands and generally being a putz. Call that embarrassing all you want. That's embarrassing. But missing a fly ball, striking out, swinging when he shouldn't, that's not embarrassing. 1, 2, 3. We get caught up in chat before we move on. Mike says this has got to be hard on you. I can turn the TV off and go a few. Yeah. Sounds pretty good right now. If everyone is out, who plays the next game? What does that mean? Does he mean cut everybody? That's dumb. I bet on the game too sometimes. I don't have any problem with betting. I like betting. I think betting on baseball is for idiots. I love betting. I do. I very rarely bet on baseball because, again, I'm going to say two things on this. At the end of tomorrow's game, we have played 54 games. Every team is going to win 54 games. Every team is going to lose 54 games. It's what happens in those other 54 games. 54 games is 1/3 of the season. 1/3 of the season. I'll leave it there. Number two, I had somebody in a live stream in April, weeks ago. But he came in, he or she, I'm assuming it's a he. He came in and he said he is 5.5, I think it was. He had the pitcher for 6 strikeouts, I think it was. I might have the details wrong, but the story will stand. And he had, at 5.5, he picked the over. So the pitcher needed to get 6 strikeouts or more for him to win his bet, his parlay, or whatever it was. And so the pitcher, I think it might have been Jack Leiter, does not matter. Gets pulled from the game. And he says, oh, well, he'll still get it. I'm like, well, because we were rooting for him. Hope you get it. And he said, oh, well, he'll come out. He'll come back in the game. I said, no. It's not the end of the inning. He's out of the game now. We brought in a reliever. He's done. He won't come back in. Sorry you didn't win your bet. He said, oh, well, they'll bring him in later in another inning. I'm like, you're so stupid that you bet on the game, but you don't know the rules? That's a you problem. And I think there's a lot of that. I think there's a lot of people who come to it for with whatever reason that they enjoy. And I'm a big believer that you could fan the way you want to fan. Again, I mentioned earlier today, I don't like the wave, but I don't begrudge you if you do. I've sat through many waves as it's gone by me. I've given one of these. I'm not going to stand up, but I don't care. When I go with my grandkid, she loves it when we have the wave. I don't care. It's just not for me. My point is, fan how you want to fan it. And if that's being emotionally dumb, well, then that's what you want to be. And I think there's some truth in that. I think people just want to emote. And I'm emoting right now. Right? I have a game too. Sometimes it's just like a lottery. I don't mind. Yeah. Oh, that's such a good point. My grandma got 5 out of 6 in the lottery twice, but never 6. One time she got like a lot of money. Like I don't know how much it was. Whatever. It is hard to hit a baseball. This is true. So you don't think consistent poor performance from a team isn't? I do not think it's embarrassing. No. Double for Vargas. I'm sorry. Single for Benintendi. Vargas going to third. Nobody out, first and third. No, I don't think it's embarrassing. I think that's I think it's silly. Fernando says, hey, at least you got a World Series. Imagine how we felt the 4 years we've had the Angels. If it wasn't for the community aspect, we wouldn't. Yeah. They don't win this game. Oh, well, they can turn the page. Amen. I think running in your teammates and dropping the ball is embarrassing. My gosh. Fair ball down the line is going to be a double for Robert. He's 3 for 5 on the day. Scores another run, 9-4 White Sox. Robert Jr., third hit of the day. They are rolling. We are sucking. You're correct in that many people have their reasons for liking the wave or not liking the wave. Yeah. My point is, I'm not making fun of the wave. You know. I love ball players. I'm pro ball player. I'm pro ball player. I'm unapologetically pro athlete. I pay my money willingly to watch them. It's why I'm anti-idiot umpire throwing out players. It's why I'm anti-idiot owner lying about the game. And I'm anti-fan who calls athletes embarrassing. I just am. Will always be. I am not embarrassed by something an athlete does on the field. Like if they're not making an effort, right? I would call that embarrassing. What would be embarrassing on the field? Some celebrations, especially in the NFL, well, in the NBA, I would find embarrassing, I suppose. Probably wouldn't be the word I would use, but yeah. Some idiot dancing that they do when they're down by 24 points in the fourth quarter and they score a touchdown and they do an idiot dance. Yeah, that's, I guess the word embarrassing fits there. Embarrassing. Roberto Alomar. I used to find it embarrassing. I'm old, Hall of Famer. When he was a Padre second baseman, he forgot how many outs there were a lot when I was at the games. And I was a kid, and I knew how many outs there were. And for the athlete to not, once or twice, it's not even that big of a deal. People make mistakes. But I found him not knowing how many outs there were to be fairly embarrassing. I think swinging at a slider down and away is not embarrassing. I think giving up a home run is not embarrassing. I think well, they're going to win the first two, it looks like. I don't know what that says, TLC. March Madness is fun, right? Yeah, that's fair, TLC. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed about that, but I'm sure Jose was. Yeah, yes, Joshua. Yes. Fans jumping on the field. I'm not embarrassed by it, but they should be. Yeah. I guess it's just the fans. I'm embarrassed to be a Rangers fan. I think they're pathetic. They're not trying. I hate that. I hate it. And I think it's about the dodo bird saying it. I am judgmental when a fan. I am judgmental when a drunk dude is yelling at the ball player. I am. Can't stand it. The main reason I try to buy good tickets isn't for the view. It's to not sit next to a drunk guy who's going to yell at Wyatt Langford because he had 17 beers in the fourth inning. And I get it. And if that offends you, respectfully, I don't care. One out, second and third, 9-4 White Sox. We are getting trashed by the stupid, crappy Chicago White Sox. The best thing for the White Sox they got going is the Colorado Rockies are worse than them. We aren't playing well. The drunk guys yelling at the play. I hate it. I hate it. One out. Nice pitch on the corner there. Strike three, 2 outs. Still second and third. 2 outs, bottom of 7. Look, I don't know if anybody cares, but my background is I work with kids. I've worked with kids for a long time. Graduated high school in 88. Went directly into coaching high school baseball and football. Haven't stopped working with kids since. Well, that's not totally true. There's about 18 months in there that all I did was sell insurance. But outside of that, I've been a person who works with kids on the baseball field, on the football field, and in the after-school programs, and now what we do. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Marcus. Wow, that's an A-plus Gold Glove play right there. That's a base hit, and that scores 2 runs. But Simeon makes the play there. But anyway, nobody's going to care about me. But my story is I work with kids. And when you scored a touchdown, hand the ball to the official and act like you expected to get there is what I taught. I don't mind the kids having fun. I don't mind it. But that's what I taught. Doesn't mean it's the only way to play the game. I love Deion Sanders. 9-4 bad guys, Ryan. I love Deion. I love some of these guys who've got, drip and all that. But because I'm pro athlete. I'm almost always pro athlete. Not always, but almost always. I'm anti-idiot umpire, kicking people out because their feelings got hurt. I'm anti-idiot owner who lies to the public about how much they're making and tries to screw the players. I did, right? I'm anti-idiot fan who I paid my money, so I'm allowed to get drunk and yell like a dumbass. I'm anti that guy. And again, I want to be fan the way you want a fan guy, but dumbassery and me aren't buddies. And I make no apologies, and I'm not for everybody, and I don't need to be for everybody, and I don't have the I hope everybody likes me disease. And I thank the Lord that I don't have I wish everybody loved me disease. And I probably talk more than I should. I definitely can't cash the checks that my mouth writes as well as I used to. But I'm going to be me. And when somebody, whether I love them, hate them, don't know them, or anything in between, says crap about stuff I care about, I'm probably going to say something back. TLC says, but it's a business. They are putting themselves out there. Well, I agree with that. And I think part of the agreement is us consumers can critique it. I don't have any problem with critique. You didn't hear me say anything. What am I doing? You didn't hear me say anything about critique. I do agree it should be in a respectful manner. Then we agree, TLC. I critique people all the time. It's what I do it all day, every day in sports. Crippled King, I remember when people were mad the night they won the World Series and they were getting no hit. Right? What a good point. Right? That's exactly right. After that, it's hard to take anyone seriously, no matter. Well, and that's because some of them are just emoting. This is what they do. I did. I coached right out of high school, and for a while, I coached at the high school level. Well, 1 year of basketball, I was just a friend's assistant. I didn't know basketball very well, but he needed help. But I did a bunch of years of football and a bunch of years of baseball, and I'm poking myself in the dang eye. That was a long time ago, though. Then I got married. I had 4 daughters, and none of them wanted to play catch with me. Serpent Star, that's fun to say. I'll say it again. Serpent Star in the house. Serpent Star, are you new? If you are, I hope you subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Rangers, for making my parlay lose again. All rigged BSC. That's the dumbassery that I can't stand. Serpent Star, I hope you're still here. I hope you subscribe. I hope we become best friends. But because you bet on it and you think it's rigged, how dumb? Like, I'm sure you're kidding. You're either kidding or you're truly a dumbass. If you bet on the game and you think it's rigged, you might be a dumbass. Serpent Star, glad you're here. Hope we become best friends. Hope you're going to say, come on, I'm just kidding, blah, blah, blah. But I have a bunch of friends who, if you think it's rigged and you bet on it, you might be a dumbass. Not sure this counts as an embarrassing moment, but Yankees fans during that was so dumb, Joshua. That was so dumb. Dolly smashes it deep. Might be gone. It is. Dolly with a bomb. 5-run total now for my Rangers after the solo bomb by Dolly. 9-5. Game's not over. Top of 7. Feels anticlimactic, doesn't it? Fastball might have been a sinker. I'm not really sure. Down and away, goes and gets it. Blasts it. Dude's strong, man. Anyway, Joshua with a really good point about Juan Soto. So I hated that contract for the Mets. I think they overpaid. I don't think it's be a good contract. I think most of the time players are paid not enough, honestly. But I think that was just a dumb contract. I think it's going to hurt the Mets. The Yankees, in my never so humble opinion, fly ball by Simeon F9, 2 outs. In my never so humble opinion, that will hurt the Mets big time, long term. Soto's great, but that's just not worth it. All he does is hit. Now, that's important. But he can't field, he can't run the bases, and no one's ever accused him of being a great teammate. So also, he was a National, he was a Padre, he was a Yankee, and he's 26 or some dang thing. Like the arrogance of that by the Yankees fans, the thinking that players don't own fans a dang thing. They don't have any ability to play work anywhere until they become free agents. And they have all these rules against them about if and when they become free agents. And as soon as somebody becomes a free agent, he goes somewhere else and you're mad at him, that's a you thing. Joshua, you're right. That's dumbassery. Hive mentality stupidity. And like he cares anyway. Yeah, it's fun, right? I used to coach high school. I coached high school football and high school baseball. It's a great place, great opportunity to mold young men. Haggerty smashed the first, nice play, runs to the bag, and that's the inning. Dolly solo bomb, 9-5. I would normally go to a break here, but we're going to stay here because I'm way behind in my chats. It's a good conversation. 126 of you here on X, 139 total, 12 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. I'm pissing people off, I'm sure, but I don't care. That's about the same boat I'm in. 2 kids and a wife, and yeah, 4 dots. So Ryan, we're I'm 55 now. Our first 2 kids, I worked at Boys and Girls Clubs. I worked with kids for years. Blah 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 blah. Wifey did too. She ran. We both worked with kids separately, but the same. And we became foster parents. And our first foster kid was actually a kid we met at the Boys and Girls Club where I worked. They came to us. She needed a place. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so we did it a bunch. We got these 2 young daughters, 2 young girls who were sisters, Samantha and Brittany. We got them. I guess they were like 3 and 5. I guess when we got them, and it was a mess of a story and blah 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 blah. And we said we'd adopt them. And the idiots in the California social services whatever said no. You guys are great foster parents. We'll give you a baby or 2. We said screw you. They don't have a mom or a dad. They already live in our house. They're 4 and 6. The state had deemed them unadoptable. And so we showed them 2 fingers, you know which ones, and we adopted them. And they're now my 2 daughters. One of them's grandkids are in my house right now. We ended up with 4 kids, all daughters. And of course, baseball guy, football guy, other sports too. I used to play tennis, but I coached baseball and football. My dream was as a dad would have been to be a coach. Nah, a lot of dance recitals, a lot of that, a lot of glitter, I had a rule about going to church. Do not hug dad before church if you're wearing all that glitter stuff, because I look like a stripper going into church because they would hug me and I would have all this glitter all over me. So anyway, where are we at? Let's reset. Bottom of 8, 9-5 White Sox. Some guy named Capper hit an 0.74, leading off the bottom of the 8th for Chicago. But yeah, I haven't played catch with anybody in a while. I have 4 grandkids, 2 grandsons, but my granddaughter, who's downstairs right now, pretty interested in baseball. But my life likes the money. Garcia Bombi. They won the World Series, Karam. They won the World Series. Right, Joshua? You get paid what you can negotiate. Same for us all. Exactly. Well, there is some of that. It's just people jealous. And they know it. Slows Prime. Magadi, I have no idea what that means. Do you think we should bring back big boy hitters, 250 pounds? I think you should hit if you can hit. I feel you. That's a good Depeche Mode song. Did you? So 2 of my daughters played a little bit of volleyball. Well, one of my daughters played a little bit of volleyball. 2 of my daughters stood on the volleyball court. Volleyball's fun. Rusty, you grew up in Southern California. Did you ever play beach volleyball? I did. Did you know Rusty's my old friend from Southern California. Rusty, do you remember Tom Morton? We went to school. You knew Tom, right? Used to play beach volleyball with him, a couple other people. That was fun. My Thunder are 6 wins away. Yeah, I see your OKC profile there. Let's reset. Rants over. That's up to you guys. Yeah, I do now. Oh, well. I was going to say, I remember there was. How old were you in junior high when you moved away? Remind me. Probably junior high, right? You didn't go to high school with me? I guess not. In 81, so it's like 5th grade? Is 81 5th grade? Well, we had Mr. Blevins together. I had him in the 3rd grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade. So we're the same year, right? Are you 88 high school? I'm assuming we were the same grade. Maybe I was misremembering that. I don't know. I'm old now. But if it was 81, you were ahead of me. Okay, so when you were in Mr. Blevins' class, I was a 5th grader. You were a 6th grader. Okay. So you graduated high school in 87 then? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I didn't start playing beach volleyball until high school. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think it was in junior high. Yeah, I got big for a while. Late 80s there. It got big. It was on prime ticket. Southern California every night. Shoot, I remember Karch Karai and Randy Stoklos. Ah, the good old days. All right. 9-5. The stupid White Sox, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Talkman up 0-for-4 on the day. Jeez. Talkman blast that one into Canada. Double digits for the White Sox. 10-5. You guys want me to say this is embarrassing. You need me to say it's embarrassing. But I'm not going to. 10-5, the crappy White Sox. I know they've been playing bad before today, but today just seemed, that inning just killed us, Crippled. Killed us. Again, if you don't know what he's talking about, Joshua. The inning started with a ground ball, a fly ball out into left field that both Langford and Haggerty had. It actually hit in Haggerty's glove. They smashed into each other, falls out of his glove. Rolls around for a triple. Nobody on, 2 out, 3-hitter Vargas, 2-for-5 on the days up to bat. Next guy hits a ground ball to Josh Young. Should be 5-3. Everybody's safe. Runner stays at 3rd, runner safe at 1st. Then a little ground ball to Simeon at 2nd. Tries to tag the runner going by, safe. Throws to 1st, safe. First run scores. Should be 1-2-3. And then all heck broke loose. The dam exploded. And here we are, 10-5. Goalie with a solo home run, but since then it's been all Shoeless Joe. Yeah, this is frustrating. Bottom of 8, 2 outs. 141 awesome, beautiful, intelligent, amazing people here. 7 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 133 on X. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe over on my YouTube channel. Oh, you know what? Forgot. I love me so much that I'm looking at my face and I just, let's stare at me. If you guys want to see the thing, just let me know if I forget. I forget a lot. I try to take it off during in between innings, and then I'm just mesmerized by my beauty. And I keep my face up there. I'm too sexy for myself. Do you remember your comment from the beginning of the game? I mean, I've said a lot of stuff. Which one? Do I remember my comment from the beginning of the game? This is the start of our offense going. We got a single, steal, and a double, and I said, hey, this is going to be the start of the offense. Is that one? 6-run. Oh, man, somebody downstairs is cooking something that smells good. Now I'm glad it's almost the end of the game. Something smells good. I think I've shared before on these live streams, I'm directly above the kitchen. And so every now and then, oh, man, I have no idea what that is, but I want some. Which is why I'm fat. 6-run ending, loading. 6-run inning. That'd be good. Yeah, so far, Kurum. Yeah, it was Joshua. Deep F7. That's it. We're turning around. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Well, I was referring to the offense getting rolling, and it still could be the case. We've scored 5 today. 5 or more I'm going to be happy with. I mean, normally we score 5 runs. That's 2 wins worth. Not today. That's the end of the inning. We go to the top of the 9th. Mercifully, we only have to watch 3 more outs of this mess. Or the Rangers score 6 here. We bring in, I don't know, Gaylord Perry for the save. No, I think the best thing that I've seen today is Luke Jackson throwing in the not 9th inning. And what does that mean to me? What does it mean to you? It means he's not the closer anymore. We were losing, and it was the 6th inning. Robert Garcia must be the closer. So saith me. You know what? This is my last chance. So I'm going to give my producers.
All right, I've done this twice now, and it's pretty fun to do. I like it. I will offer up a producer title to anyone who super chats for a short time. So I did it at the end of my live stream on Sunday, and offering a shout out as a producer credit to anybody for a whole week on all my live streams. So you know what? I've got 2 producers this week who helped me create this content for you, these live streams that you're watching. TLC94LS, member of the channel and super chatted me. He is a producer of every live stream this week, and so is Logan, also a member of the channel, and also somebody who dropped me a super chat to become a producer for this week. They're giving me a little love, and it helps me do what I do, and I name them producers of my live streams for the week. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, TLC. I appreciate the support so much, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Go Rangers. Thank you.
You're watching the game on Rangers Sports Network. They're showing the mess that was the 6th inning that we've been talking about probably 3 times we've mentioned. What a disaster of an inning. I dropped that because, well, tomorrow I'll play it again, but that'll be the last time. I offered on a Friday or Saturday stream, any super chats for that day would be producers for the next week. Well, then I got sick. I had 2 super chats that day, TLC and Logan. And so I made them my producers for a week's worth of content. But then I got sick. So I gave him another week. That week ends tomorrow. So that I wanted to drop that tomorrow. I knew TLC was here. I don't think we've seen Logan today. But regardless, much love to TLC and to Logan for being my producers, for sending those super chats. I'm doing that today, too. We've had 2 people so far, and I have 3 more slots for producers. Anybody who super chats, well, the rest of today or tomorrow, assuming I go live, which I think I will be named a producer of my live streams. Why do we do it that way? Well, they give me a little love. They send me a little money, frankly. And this is costly. I mean, there is stuff. I'm not crying. I'm not whining. I'm not even asking. But I am offering. And so naming them producer just means that money that they're sending my way as a thank you to me for what I'm doing gets them a couple things, including that moment in Super Chat where it gets noticed. But it also, I try to give them a little added value. And that's me saying thank you to them. You helped me buy my, speaker or my, camera or my laptop or all the stuff. So it is what it is. I appreciate it. And I just want kind of my way of saying, hey, the money's going to go back to the channel. Certainly not making a lot of money by any means on the channel, but it'll grow. And thank you to Logan and TLC. They'll be producers for tomorrow. And then again, 2 people have already been named, will be named producers next week, and a room for 3 more people if anybody wants to super chat today or tomorrow. I hope that makes sense. Yes, I did, TLC. I said And I meant, and I'll stick with, maybe it's going to start us going. Dave Raymond said what we're all thinking. We scored 5, and so many games this year that would have been enough to get the win, but not today, because we gave up 10 to the mighty, not Boston's White Sox. Smitty strikes out, and this game almost coming to a merciful end. 148 of you here, 9 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 138 still on X. Appreciate all of you. Wyatt Langford up 2 outs. No, I'm sorry, 1 out. 1 out. Did I say 2? I thought there was 2. I think I said 2. In my head, it was 2. Whatever. 1 out, Langford. Swing and a miss 0-2. 10-5 White Sox. Just a disaster of a game. Just ugly with a capital U. Just rough. The 6th inning will go down in history as one of the dumbest innings. Yeah, 1 more tomorrow. When we're done with tomorrow, we are fully 1/3 of the season in the can. And to me, that's when you start evaluating. And so we're there. Wyatt Langford 1 for 4 on the night. Nope, 1 for 5 now. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Top of 9. When the game ends, we will go over the scores of the day. We'll go around Major League Baseball. I will remind you now that I should be live tomorrow. The game is at 1 o'clock, I believe. I hope I have that right. And I should be here, and that should work out. We'll just see how life goes. But if everything goes as is planned and expected, we'll be live. Early game Monday, I have no idea if work will allow me to be there. It might because of the weather, actually. It might. But we'll see. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. If you're new here, I appreciate you. I hope you subscribe to the channel. At Jeff Bates on X, at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube. Please, please, please subscribe. Please, please, please. Lost one yesterday. Hoping to gain some today. You can follow me on Twitch. We added at least one today on Twitch. At Texas Clubhouse. I haven't written a ton this year, but I do now and then over on Substack. That's called the Baseball Report if you're interested in that. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Josh Young. Big thanks to Fernando Halos in the infield. Angels content creator came on. Good dude, part of the DFW. If you're at the game Tuesday, he publicly stated that he'll be there. You might get a chance to meet him. Nice guy. I don't currently have plans to do that, but it might be cool to say hi. Tomorrow is the last game of the road trip, as Bassick just reminded us all. And if we go 0 for 6, that will suck. Ground ball too short. This game is over. What a absolute beatdown. Just horrible. Horrible. All right. 10-5 bad guys, 10 runs, 14 hits. They had 2 errors. Who cares? 5 runs for us, 7 hits for us, 1 error. We took the lead 1-0. We actually were up 3-0. They scored 2 in the 4th to get within 1. Then we extended it to 4-2. But they scored 6 in the 6th, and that was the end of the game. They scored 2 more. We scored 1 more, but it was effectively over. Player of the game voting, you say. Sosa, 2 for 4 with a double. Benintendi, 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs. Yeah, I'll go with Benintendi. But you know what? The player of the game was the Rangers doing bad things. It just... That was ugly. That was ugly. That was ugly. That was ugly. 145 of you here, 6 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 138 on X. Let's check the scores from around the league. 10-5 in Chicago. The Rangers dropped to 25-28. We just got over 500. Things were looking good. I was talking crap. Hey, I told you so. We're going to be good again. What the heck do I know? Some guy named Vassell, third win of the year for the White Sox. Miller takes the loss 1-1, 3.32 ERA. Games in progress, 0-0 in Boston. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Baltimore and the Red Sox tied at 0. Bottom 1 just getting started. Toronto did not score in the first inning in Tampa Bay. Top of 1 just getting started. Cleveland in Detroit. Top of 1 just getting started. Dodgers in New York for the Mets. Later today, Phillies in not Oakland. Marlins in not LA, Anaheim. Kansas City defeated, a final in Minnesota. The Twins defeat the Royals. Duran, the closer, gets the win. 3-0 now, 1.16 ERA. That guy throws hard. Some guy named Lynch gets his first loss of the year, dropping to just 3-1. Final in St. Louis, they take down the D-backs 6-5. Helsley, the closer, gets the win. Martinez with the loss. Justin Martinez, is he back in Arizona? I thought he was hurt. Apparently he's back, and he got the loss there. The Nats shut out the Giants in Washington, 3-0. Urban, 4-1 now on the season with his 4th win of the year, 3.42 ERA. Harrison, who used to be a big-time prospect, takes his first loss of the year. Lopez gets the save. Final in Pittsburgh, 2-1. The Bucks. Shugart wins, 3rd win of the season. Alexander takes his 5th loss of the year. Bednar with his 5th save. In Cincinnati, my pick to win the Central. 1 game under 500, 26-27. The Cubs, who are the actual team doing well in the Central, takes the loss there, 31-21. Abbott gets the win. He's having a great year, 4-0, 1.77 ERA. Colin Ray also having a good year, gets the loss, his first of the year. He's now 3-1. His ERA is 3.28. It's 2 good pitchers right there that people don't talk about. Emilio Pagan, very underrated, nice dude too, gets to save his 13th. Finally in Houston, the Astros take down the Mariners 2-1. Farmer Valdez, who started off horrible, has been really good the last 3 or 4 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever. 4th win of the year. He's 4-4 now, 3.39 ERA. Woo. With the loss, he's 5-2 now, 2.40 ERA. They hated Josh Hader. 13th save of the year. 7. Where did I get 7 from? 13th save of the year. Padres in Atlanta fall to the Braves 7-1. Braves are now 25-26. 1 under 500. The Padres have really been scuffling lately. Grant Holmes with the win, his 3rd of the year. Reynolds with the loss, his 1st. In Colorado, the Yankees thump Colorado. Rockies still don't have 10 wins yet. Rockies improved to 31-20 with a 13-1 thrashing of the Rockies. Max Fried, 7th win of the year, 1.29 ERA. Rangers were after Fried. He picked New York, and we settled for Evaldi. Freeland with his 7th loss of the year, 5.86 ERA. Final in 10 makeup game. The Red Sox finish off the Orioles 6-5. Weissert got the win. Soto with the loss. My name is Jeff Bates at Jeff Bates on X. Please subscribe on YouTube at Texas Clubhouse. If you're a Twitch person, go over to Twitch. Added one today over there at Texas Clubhouse. You can read my words when I write them over at Substack. The Baseball Report. I'm going to catch up in chat. And we're going to bounce. So I'm going to go eat whatever they're cooking down there. I think this is where I left off in chat. I hope I've got that right. TLC, member of the channel, thanks for being a member, says the next series aren't going to get any easier, right? Toronto and St. Louis, yeah. Vladdy coming to town Monday, day game. I'm pretty sure it's a day game. Tuesday, again, that Bruce Bochy in the car in the parade bobblehead. I don't think there's a giveaway on Monday. I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow if I get around to it. But yeah, Toronto and then St. Louis. Got to keep it 100. What are we talking about? Oh, your embarrassing thing? Yeah. Really could have used those 3 easy ways. Yeah. Hey, we're not only going to lose both series, but we're going to get swept if we don't get the win tomorrow. I mean, get swept out of New York and now 0-2, the first 2 Chicago. The E word comes to mind, but you're not going to get me to say it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. I'll probably be here. I hope you will too. Subscribe at Texas Clubhouse. Don't be embarrassed. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you had a good time, whether we won or we lost. I guarantee I had a good time because you were here. I appreciate you being part of our Clubhouse crew, whether you're on my YouTube channel at Texas Clubhouse or over on my Twitch, also at Texas Clubhouse, whether you watch on X at Jeff Bates on X, wherever, you're the best because you're here. You stayed all the way to the end. It means a lot. I'm going to drop my link tree right here so you can check me out other places. Listen, it just means a lot that you spend a little bit of your evening or your daytime with me here, watching a little baseball, talking a little baseball. I love this. I love building a community. I love watching baseball. I love talking baseball. And I'm just talking to myself if you're not here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to do anything cool for me, like the stream. Of course, I'd love it if you became a member of the channel and all those things. But the most important thing is you are here. I hope you come back again. I appreciate you. Have the best day ever. Go Rangers.